Live from Miami, Florida, in a bar somewhere in space, it's Friday night.
Hello.
Hello.
I just realized I'm like all the way up here and then you're down there, so I have to adjust my camera to like make myself look the same height as you. Hold on.
Hello.
Let's do the adjustment here. Hold on.
Okay,
Is that working at all? There we go. That's
okay.
better.
Ah, crap. No, I'm going to go blind.
Did you scream at my appearance? Look there, much better. Look, see?
No, I was trying to do... All right, that looks a little better, but yeah. I was
Oh,
trying
hold
to
on,
do
let me-
something about my lighting situation. The problem is that I have a light bulb above my head that's out, so like I have my eyes are all blacked out because I'm wearing the hat too, so it's like...
Well, you look
guys-
really
you
look
guys
really
are-
nice in this lighting. It's good. It's good
Yeah,
light.
you
That's why I wear
guys-
beanies a lot of times so that like the light just shines on me. Marcelo, we just decided to go live because I didn't want to keep folks waiting, but we're waiting for Fadri and possibly Ruben to show up.
Sounds like a plan, Chief.
But we never know what Ruben's doing.
You know what we should do one night?
He is like
oh,
Gary
sorry.
Seven. He's a supervisor. Not many people know this, but
Of
Ruben's
what?
always going around making sure the timeline, making sure the destiny of certain people remains intact. In fact, he might be assigned to me. He might be my supervisor.
He should be.
Now that I'm thinking about it, I can't believe we didn't tune into that theory when we did our space discussion the other night about the Gary Seven stuff. Have you heard about this yet?
I've heard. I know who Gary Seven is. I haven't heard the theory though.
Okay, hang on.
Okay.
I have to do the spoiler thing here. Spoilers for everything. Woo! Oh, yay, Father's here. Let's put him on. Put him on screen. Who says that in Star Trek? Just like that. Put him on screen.
Star Trek 3, Cruise.
Yes!
Christopher Lloyd, 1984.
That means I did a good impression.
And on screen I am.
Welcome. Father, I was just about to explain to Marcelo the Gary Seven stuff because we didn't pick up on it when we did our live space the other night.
Oh yeah, I know. I tried listening to that.
Thanks, I appreciate that. Those are new. They're wild. Space is wild.
Yeah, I was up working until like 3 a.m. last night, and then like I went and got in bed and I listened to like the first 20 minutes of that before I fell asleep, and I turned it off.
So wait a minute. So wait a minute. So you fell asleep listening to us?
No, I stopped
he
it before
only
I
listened
fell
to 20
Oh,
minutes. Of it.
okay.
Can you hide yourself? Because we never saw you. That's good. So you can listen, or you listened to it after we recorded it. Probably after.
No, it was like 3 a.m. last night.
Oh yeah. Okay, so you were playing.
was
Oh, that's
way
cool.
after.
I'm
It was
glad you
long
played
over.
it back. Yeah, because I was wondering. We didn't have like too many folks in the audience this time. The first time I did it, I promoted it like a week in advance. I think I'll go back to doing that. And we had a lot of folks show up, but or maybe we're just boring and we were like,
No, you know
sorry.
what? It was my fault because I was running the ship last night. So
No, you did a great job.
Well-
I was driving also. I was in the car. as you heard.
typically with doing this weekly episode by episode Star Trek content that we make, where we're always kind of in reaction to whatever like the newest episode is, what the common trend is that you have a lot of interest at the beginning of a season, and then every week after that it tapers off until you get to the finale,
legit.
and then you have like a big spike then at the finale.
That fits with what I've seen too. That makes sense.
Yeah.
But anyways, so Marcelo, do you remember the TOS episode, Assignment Earth?
yes, I do.
So do you know the character Gary Seven?
Yeah. What's
Do you
the
remember
theory?
Isis, the cat that was actually a person?
Yeah, his
A
dumb
woman?
cat.
A
Yeah,
very voluptuous woman.
his dumb cat.
His dumb cat. Oh my God.
I don't know. I don't like cats, so that's why I say
Well,
his dumb cat.
In that episode, it's a mystery as to what he is, but he says that he's some kind of supervisor level, some 7-9 something or whatever like that. 475.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. I made up that.
He was descendants of humans that were abducted on Earth, I think 4,000 years ago.
Yeah.
or
Hey.
6,000 years ago.
Hello, hello.
That's interesting.
Oh, you're on shit mic. Not shit
No,
mic, but
no,
computer
no.
mic.
Oh,
No,
Or
wait,
you said-
which
no.
mic am I on?
No, now you're
okay.
good.
N-
It
now
was
you're
just
good.
where you were, how you said hello, hello. I think you were just not near your mic when you said it. You sound better now, I
Now
think.
you're good.
Hello.
Ooh. Hello. I know exactly where Ruben's sitting. I've been there. Like, you guys only see this corner, but I know what's all around him right now. It's really wild. It's tripping me out.
All the porn and shit I have hanging on. It's great.
Ruben, we were just telling Marcelo about the connect. You're not caught up on Picard. You are caught up on Picard. You stopped watching it. What's the deal with you and
I
Picard?
only watched the first episode.
Okay, fine. Then you won't care what we talk. Spoilers.
No,
and all
I
that,
don't.
right? Okay.
I think the board killed everybody. It took over the galaxy, right? That's what happened at the end of the first episode.
We'll find out.
And that's it.
We'll find out.
Yeah, that's it.
Not
Star Trek's
really.
over.
But Marcelo, we were telling Marcelo because there's a development in the latest episode of Picard where it's pretty obvious that they're linking it to Assignment Earth, the TOS episode with Gary Seven.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just explaining to him. So you remember that guy, and then you remember the portal that he went through, and it had like the purple smoke, right?
Yes,
So all
I do.
those context clues are in this episode. Guinan says, "Oh, you need to go see the Watcher. They're supervisors. Like, like she says that name for them. So that's like a huge clue. And then the portal that Orla Brady takes Sir Patrick Stewart, Jean-Luc through is like a door. It's the shape of like a portal similar,
The
like a rectangular portal. Yeah,
Smoky door.
smoky door.
That's cool. That's
Yeah.
cool. So, do you think we're going to see Gary Seven?
I don't think we're gonna see him, but that would be. Is he still around? Because he was in 2009. He was in Star Trek. No, he was in Star Trek Into Darkness. The actor.
Or it could
He
be
played-
like Gary 9 or something.
That's not the.
That's right.
That's not the same actor. That's not.
No,
Peter
it is.
Weller. No, it's not.
No,
They look
it's-
alike. I've always.
No, the guy in the Nibiru the makeup. He was in the Nibiru priest.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Admiral Marcus.
No. I'm talking about he made a cameo that is almost unrecognizable in Star Trek 2000.
How old was he when he did that cameo?
He must have been old because the guy looks older. Like, not in 2009. I'm sorry, I keep saying it's in Into Darkness. It's the Nibiruan, the chieftain. Go look it up on IMDb. I'm not shitting you. Either the priest or the chieftain. I forget what it is, but that's him. I only learned about this because of Twitter, by the way.
You
Okay.
can't believe everything you read on Twitter, though.
What?
No,
Let me
but
look into this.
Twitter is the bastion of truth, my friend.
IMDb.
Robert Lansing is the name of the actor.
Yeah.
Twitter is like one of the most unreliable narrators for anything.
Yeah, it's him. I can tell you it's him, and he
No,
looks
it's
cool,
not.
by the way.
It's
him.
not him. It's not him.
Look, Gary Seven.
What are you talking about?
Where is he? Robert Lansing, right?
Yeah.
Hold on. Where is he?
Pull up his Memory Alpha page. Robert Lansing. Go search Robert Lansing on Memory Alpha.
Oh, I was fooled by the internet. Damn it.
No, did you retweet that? Did you retweet
No,
that?
thank God I didn't retweet
I
it.
expect a retraction.
I didn't retweet it, but if I had
You
tweeted,
need to direct message everyone who interacted with that tweet and apologize.
I made a mistake like that, and I tried my best to let everyone know that I made a mistake. Do you know what it was?
Yeah,
Do you remember?
Dolph Lundgren
Yeah,
in
the
First
Dolph Lundgren
Contact.
thing. It was so embarrassing. Oh, thank God I didn't make the same mistake twice.
You gotta. What was the
ridiculous.
Ronald Reagan thing? Trust but verify. I don't even see the point in the trust. Just verify.
Just
How
verify.
about verify and then decide if you want to trust or not based on the
It's true.
verification.
But you know what? The mistake I made was I also did a Google search, and I saw at first I saw that on Google on a different site, but I didn't click. When you click on the IMDb, it takes you to a guy named Gary Seven. His name's Gary Seven, the actor who plays the Nibiruan. Like, that's his name. That's his, like, stage name.
What?
He's on IMDb. I'll show you. Here, I'll send you. I'll put the link up. Hold on. So I just assumed it was Robert Lansing. I didn't bother to check.
There's
that it
an
was Robert
actor
Lansing.
named Gary Seven
Gary
who
Seven,
played an
yeah.
alien in Star Trek Into Darkness.
Yes. Here, watch. Where
Okay,
is
I
this?
believe you.
No,
Well, I don't know.
wait.
Actually, I don't. I think it's
You like
possible.
trust, but don't verify. I mean, verify, but then trust.
Yeah.
Hold on. Where is this? How do I do this?
I'm awaiting verification.
It's not sharing the tab for some reason. Hold on. What happened?
Hey, did you see that StreamYard?
Open
You can use
Systems.
Google Slides now.
Yeah, I used it on the on my Sunday stream.
Oh, is that what
with
you're
Toddy.
doing? Okay.
Yeah, I was doing it that way.
I'm gonna.
It's seamless.
I'm gonna go learn Google Slides. Yeah.
But that's a lot more work. You're gonna have to put every frame into. That's why I only do like 26 to 30 frames.
I mean, it'd be the same amount of work as what I do now. I just don't know if it'll arrange them. I need to be able to control the arrangement that they're in.
You should farm that work out to Robbie. Robbie, if you're listening, I'm volunteering.
Robbie's busy
you.
now. He's
I'm
got
gonna be
a-
one
he's
of
got
your
a
farmers
job.
eventually. I'm gonna be one of your arms eventually. I hope.
Yeah, we're
There
gonna
you go.
we're gonna
we could farm
experiment with
that
some,
out to we could
some
yeah.
podcast editing.
Oh, it wants me to
So
quit
excited
my
to do that.
browser. I don't want to quit my browser. I can't share this. Like here, I'm just gonna.
Is it asking you to like change your permissions so that you can
Yeah.
share? Yeah, that happened to me. I think that's why I kept getting kicked out of StreamYard last week because I was trying to like
Fix the
change those
permissions?
settings. Yeah, I had to go into my computer system preferences and then go into the security settings, and it was a big pain in the ass. I was working on that last week when Aaron on my show when Aaron was talking about the 10 forward bar.
Oh yeah,
That's why
right.
there was like he talked for a few minutes before any pictures came up because I was trying to troubleshoot that while he was talking.
Oh,
Ruben,
that
what are
is
you
good.
drinking tonight? Is this like a smoothie sort of deal?
Me?
Yeah, you're drinking like a smoothie sort of deal.
No, it's iced coffee.
Ah, that looks good.
Excuse
That
me.
looks good.
Isn't it a little late for iced coffee?
There's always room for iced coffee, man.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Yeah, right.
You're not gonna. When do you sleep? Oh, you game all night. That's right. Oh, Father pulled it up. Yeah. Here, look. This is Gary Seven, the actor,
Oh, cool.
and he was. That's why I think the internet post probably got confused because of this confusion. Someone probably typed in Gary Seven, but we're not confused about Kirk Thatcher.
Yeah.
Ruben, Kirk Thatcher comes back.
Nibberin Elder.
Kirk's
Yeah.
what?
Kirk Thatcher. Do you know who he is?
Kirk Thatcher.
I hate you, and I berate you,
Oh, the punk
and
rocker
I
from
can't wait to get
Star Trek
to
4?
you. Screw you! What? What's that? Yeah,
The
Star Trek
punk
4
rocker
punk.
from Star
The
Trek
bus
4?
punk. Yeah, he's back and on a bus.
That was a good.
He's back and on a bus. Do you think we could show that clip, Fathery, and not get in trouble?
I mean, if you've seen it in Star Trek 4, just imagine that exact same thing, except now he's 35 years older, but still has like the same mohawk, the same boombox.
And it's a sequel to the song. The song is now the song is called.
I Still Hate You.
Yeah, it's called I Still Hate You, and I Still Berate You. And then there's cool other lyrics about nothing's changed in 35 years. It's gotten worse, stuff like that. It's cool. But you. Other than that, do you know who Kirk Thatcher is? Right? He's like famous.
I don't know if he's famous. But...
He's super famous. He's like super famous in the industry, in the world of of Hollywood. I would say so. Kirk Thatcher, are you out there listening to this? If you are, let us know how famous you are. No, but he is.
I'd say he seems like a cool dude. I've heard he's like cool at like conventions and stuff.
Oh, I wonder if he's going to Mission. I think he is going to Mission Chicago.
He's not posted as one of the official guests.
No, but would he just go? Like, don't people just go? Like, if you were like a Kirk Thatcher that was just like a cameo appearance in 2 Star Treks, even though behind the scenes you're like this like integral part of Star Trek.
If I had like his level of credentials, I think my policy would be like I will
I want a
go if
booth.
you. I will go if you like. Yeah, if you give me a booth, if you're gonna have me there.
How does can we go? Can we skip to conventions for a second? How does the booth system work? Like, you can only like see actors at panels, at their booths, and for photo ops. And then if they happen to be walking around or whatever, right?
Yeah, but yeah.
And so booth is like set times where they're there, and then you go and you get something signed. You can either bring something to get signed, or
are we
you
gonna
can...
have like a Star Trek Convention 101?
Yeah, I would
can
like
do
to
that.
appreciate that real quick.
Okay.
Hey, guys, I just wanted to mention, I don't know if the panel knows, but today is the birthday, if she was still with us, of DC Fontana.
Yeah, I saw that
So-
on Star Trek tweeted that.
Yeah. She's
R.I.P.
Yeah, she
I
was
have
a
a
great,
Dorothy Fontana story also.
Oh, cool. She was actually a great writer, by the way.
Yeah, she's one of the best.
yeah, I thought so, yeah.
And fundamental into the foundations of Star Trek, a huge
hell
part
yeah.
of what made that original series work, and therefore the entire franchise work.
I think
And
that
also-
deserves a toast.
They didn't use the term showrunner back in the 70s, but she was
she was,
essentially
like,
the showrunner of Star
showrunner.
Trek the animated series.
Yep. You know, I only found that out recently, and I was astonished.
What would
I
it
was
have
like,
been, the title, executive
I was like-
producer?
I was like, wow, she was a showrunner for the animated series? Holy shit.
They just probably just would have said like head writer, or
Yeah.
in charge of the writers' room.
Head writer in there.
Hey Darren, your comment came up a little late, so I don't know what the from McDonald's thing is. But Kirk Thatcher, maybe he was in a McDonald's commercial. Hello, Starfleet Boy After Dark and everyone. The punk on the bus was great. Yes. But did you know, here, I'm going to actually pull up his IMDb so I get these facts straight here. But while we look it up, Follow, what's this Convention 101 business? How does that, what's like the basic, like, yeah, the riot act or the rules for Star Trek conventions?
Well, so if you've never gone to a convention before, there's conventions for all kinds of stuff, not just Star Trek. I've been to like some like comic book more focused conventions. Different companies do things different ways. The big ones these days, I guess, Wizard World, which are terrible. They're all like the same people, the same shit. And then there's Creation. They do Star Trek Las Vegas when it was the official convention, and continue to do a big Star Trek Las Vegas convention every August, which I highly recommend. I really like the way that they run things. And part of that, might just be familiarity with them. Reed Pop is actually doing Star Trek Mission Chicago, which I'm less familiar with, but the basic things are always the same, and that is you're going to have stages where there's going to be panels, there's presentations. You typically have multiple stages, so multiple things going on at the same time. You'll have a bigger stage that in front of a bigger crowd can seat more people. That's where like William Shatner, I'm sure will do a Q&A panel. That'll be on the big stage. While that's going on, there might be smaller stuff happening on the smaller stages. I know Bruce Gibson, the Star Trek podcaster. He used to be on the Literary Trek podcast on Trek FM, and he is now on the Positively Trek podcast with Dan Gunther. He's going to be running a panel with Star Trek novel writers and comic book writers. So that probably won't be on the big stage. It'll be on like one of the smaller stages to the side. So you get your schedule. You'll see like what panels you want to go to. You're also going to have the vendors room where there's going to be exhibitors. There's going to be people selling things. There's going to be actually two podcasts that are going to have booths there. Trek Geeks and The Women at Warp. So those are both really good podcasts that I recommend. But yeah, there's going to be all kinds of different people with booths, and including like the actors. They'll be at their little table and you can typically, you can go get in line at their table and buy autographs. Most actors will sell, little pictures. You can pay for an autograph and they'll sign a picture and give it to you. Or most of the time you can take like your own personal object you have. For example, like one of the Star Trek books Captain Kirk wrote, I had him sign it at a convention in Plano, Texas back in 2001. So you can go about it that way too. Sometimes they don't like to promote this because they want you to pay for the expensive photo ops. I'll talk about that in a second. But a lot of times what's been trendy in recent years...
I paid for William Shatner. I'm so excited.
Yeah, how much was that? Like $120?
It was worth every penny. I can't tell you. I mean,
Did you get it?
Controversial
Did you have
figure.
it?
We won't
Did you
go
have
into
it?
too much detail, but I just want to be near him
Well,
for a minute.
a lot of these actors, probably not like the big names like Shatner, but a lot of the smaller ones, you go up to their table and pay $20-$30 and take a selfie with them on your phone. That's actually my preferred way to go about it. I think it's like a little bit more personal. You typically have like more time to like talk to the actor, and it's a lot cheaper.
I like that idea.
Yeah, so
Better than just.
I like
I'm
doing
sorry.
that.
Yeah, better than just doing the standard photo op behind that blue screen that they have all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I like that idea.
And normally, if you're at their table getting an autograph, you can chat with them a little bit more. Now they also do like the photo ops where you buy like a professional photographer takes a picture of the two of you. You go get in a long line, and you go up. When it's your turn, you step up next to the actor. Okay, photographer, boom, takes a picture, and then they just herd you off stage. So it's like very, very fast. You don't really get much time to chat. You might get to like, shake their hand and say hello, take a picture, and then boom, they'll be herding you off and bringing the next person on. So I mean, you can get really cool pictures like that. For me, like when I go to cons, I don't like to spend a bunch of time waiting in line like that. I think that there's more fun things that I'd rather, go attend panels or, maybe like talk to friends I don't get to see very often or stuff like that. But that's just me. That's just my preference.
Do you know
if you go to smaller conventions like Ruben goes to, sometimes you can actually like have even more interactions with the actors. Sorry, Marcelo, what were you going to say?
Do you know, Fathery, if any of the writers from Trek's past are going to be in Chicago?
I know that Aaron Watkey, who's a current writer on Star Trek Prodigy, said he's going to be there. They haven't like officially announced any writers.
I think Mike McMahon is going to be there.
Yeah, Mike McMahon, yeah, he said he's going to be there.
I have a feeling that because this is the first official Star Trek convention, so to speak.
Well, it's not the first official, but it's the first.
What is it then?
It's the first of this roaming convention thing that they're doing.
Oh, what was the first official one?
I mean, they've been doing official conventions for years.
Oh, okay.
But
I guess
up until last year, they always like the Star Trek Las Vegas was always
called the official convention. Oh, okay. Well, I don't know. There was something special about this where like it's in house or something like that. Star Trek's like running it. But
no, it's ran by Reed Pop, but they have the official license to.
Oh,
like basically, like they can use like the Star Trek logo on like the marketing, and CBS might use this opportunity to make some announcements or stuff like that.
All right, gotcha. Well, anyways, this version of the Star Trek official convention seems like it's going to have a lot of people from the industry in attendance, just from what I've seen on Twitter.
Yeah, it's actually a lot smaller group of talent than what they typically do at Vegas. But that's because like Creation prides themselves on Vegas is always 100+ actors. Actually, last year I think because of COVID and other issues, like a lot of people dropped out. They actually like dropped down to 99. I think I might be wrong. But typically Vegas, it's always like over 100 and they also bring in like writers, Ron Moore, Ira Stephen Bear. They've both done it. They bring in art department people like the Okudas, Doug Drexler, Richard Sternbach. They've all done Star Trek Las Vegas. But from what I understand about Reed Pop, again, I don't know a ton about this company, but they typically don't like bring on like as many guests. They've been doing like the Star Wars celebration conventions. Yeah, so it's I think but there's still going to be a lot. I think there's going to be like 30 or 40 total talent there on display. So that'll be cool. But from what I've been told is that this convention's going to be, they're going to have like a lot of like legacy people, but it's going to be very geared at the new shows. So I think there's going to be like an official presentation for all of the new shows are going to get something. Mike McMahon already spilled the beans. They're going to show something from Lower Deck Season 3. I think we're going to get the first Lower Deck Season 3 trailer. I think that'll drop
nice.
There.
Some folks are hoping we'll get some Strange New World stuff. I saw Jerry O'Connell tweeted that he's seen
the first two episodes.
Yep.
I don't want to get people's hopes up. I don't want to get people too excited. So I'm not even going to say it's likely to happen or anything. I'm just going to say it could possibly happen, but it's possible they could show the first episode of Strange New Worlds.
That'd be amazing.
Like
what's that like?
They did that at New York Comic Con. They showed the first episode of Prodigy, but
I'm so excited.
we're at least gonna get like a new trailer or something, or they might have like a new trailer and show an episode. I don't know, but yeah, I wouldn't bank on that too hard, because it could easily not happen. But I'm just saying
It's good to keep your
possible.
expectations low.
Yeah.
Anyways, with these things.
But I think there might be some news announced because they're because it is the official convention, because they are focusing on like the current shows, so they might, I don't know, like talk if they're going to do like another show, or possibly even like talk about something like on the movie side of things.
Oh yeah,
that new movie is on the books. They're
and
they claim
they even
they're
have a
gonna start
cast
shooting
list
soon.
on there. So yeah.
It's gonna happen, people. It's gonna
No,
happen.
I'm glad. I mean, it's gonna start now, right?
This is the closest. Yeah, I mean, like they're pretty close. It could still fall apart. It could still, somebody has to back out or something. But it's very close to actually being real. I know people are tired of hearing that, but
Yeah.
Ruben, have you watched the Halo TV series?
The what?
The Halo TV series? Are you watching that?
Yeah, I watched the first episode. or
Oh,
whatever.
good. You and Father can talk about that. But before we go to that, we go back to Kirk Thatcher for a second. His
Who the
most
hell?
recent thing was
Oh,
Muppet.
sorry. No, that's the actor. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go
Kirk
ahead.
Thatcher.
I completely
Thatcher.
forgot what the hell we
Thatcher.
were talking
Did I
about. Go
spell it
ahead.
wrong? Thatcher? Thatcher with a TH.
I think you're missing an H.
I mean,
I forgot.
Oh,
I
damn
was
it.
like, just stupid.
Kirk Thatcher.
That-
Hello, Kirk
Thatcher.
Thatcher.
It won't type. Hold on. There we go. Thatcher.
that's like how an Irishman would say it.
Thatcher.
Thatcher.
Thatcher. Thatcher.
Top of the morning to you,
Thatcher.
Kirk Thatcher. Oh,
Did
Kirk
I spell it
Thatcher
wrong in
boy.
my tweet? Uh-oh. Let me see something.
You know what I like about Kirk Thatcher is that he's not a Tolian, and he likes to watch Game of Thrones on Thursdays.
I spelled it right in my
At
tweet.
3
Thank
o'clock.
goodness. That would have been embarrassing if I hadn't spelled it right in my tweet. Thatcher. Thatcher. Like Margaret Thatcher, but a good Thatcher.
The good Thatcher. I guess he's the preference of the two.
That could be his show could be called the good Thatcher. Oh my gosh, he should change his Twitter handle to the Good Thatcher. I feel like that's like a good name. But anyways, he also did Muppets Now. That's all recent stuff, but just he's got like a pretty good directing career. He did Crank Yankers. I forgot. I haven't seen
Yeah,
that
the
movie in
puppet.
so
A lot of
long,
puppet
yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, he's puppeteer.
Crank Yankers is now streaming on Paramount Plus.
Oh, is it? Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah, lots
Comedy
of Muppet
Central
stuff
as
here.
part of the Paramount family.
But he was the puppeteer, or he helped design Salacious Crumb on Star Wars. He was the puppeteer for and maybe, he was just a production assistant on Star Trek 3. He was pretty much Leonard Nimoy's like right hand, right, on Star Trek 4. He helped him a lot with the production. Is that like a glorified assistant? Maybe no, an assistant. Is an
A
assistant.
PA can do anything. That's
lot of
like
things,
typically
yeah.
like your bottom of the totem pole.
But
guy
that's
that
awesome, and I hear he does a good impression of Leonard Nimoy.
Yeah, you might. And, PA is just like any job you choose to delegate to the PA. They could go get coffee and like take your car to the car wash, or
That's
they
the
could,
job I want to do.
or they could be doing something like pretty actively involved.
Could you help
Oh, shit.
actors or directors with like kissing scenes?
What do you
No,
mean?
have
How
to be
like
no, you can do that. That has
PAs
to
can't
be-
like step in to
No,
help
no, that
actors
has
with
to-
like kissing scenes?
No, that has to be the intimacy.
Don't you want to practice it on someone who's not the actor?
No,
To make
that
it
has
less
to be-
awkward?
No, that has to be the intimacy coordinator.
There's no such thing as like a G-rated fluffer or like a fluff kiss, like, you know what I mean? Like there's no such thing as that. I feel like that's my
No.
role. I feel like I found my
No.
role. Like practice your Hollywood kisses on me.
My God, no! Do you?
What?
do you
It's like a good
do you
job. Don't
realize-
you think that's a
do you
good
realize
job?
how- oh my God!
Marcel is so embarrassed right now. Father's not saying anything, and neither is Ruben.
just forget it. Forget it. Oh, come on, guys, help me out here. This is a bad idea.
Father, he doesn't think it's a bad idea.
I don't have
Why,
any
what's-
opinion on
what's
it.
a bad idea?
You didn't hear
not
what I want my
listening.
job. I want to be the PA for kissing. Like I want to be the one that actors practice their kisses on for like the screen, so they don't have
Like
to
a
do it.
rehearsal kiss.
Rehearsal kisser. Yeah.
Like instead of
I just can't. No, 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 no.
That's not a real thing, huh?
No, of course not.
No, I mean you have to offer a little bit more value than just.
what if he's
We're
doing
gonna
that
pay
and
you to come on set to kiss people.
what if he's doing that and he's getting everyone coffee and he's taking everyone's cars to the car
I'm the
wash?
PA, the kissing PA, the kisser PA, the PA that kisses or whatever. The practice PA. Oh, that doesn't sound right. Or I could also help you rehearse your love scenes. Like maybe, practice on Starfleet. I mean, not Starfleet, but practice on the PA. No, that doesn't. That doesn't. That doesn't work.
How about don't quit your day job?
All right.
I
fine.
mean, maybe you can convince some production to do that, but good luck.
I feel like I could convince Star Trek to let me do that job.
I feel like
But there's not
Alex
a lot of
Kurtzman would
kissing.
tell you to go fuck yourself
There's
if you offered that idea.
There's
to
not
him.
a lot of kissing on Star Trek though.
Um,
Not in like modern Star Trek. Not as much as there was. Like Captain Kirk kissed a lot. There's a lot of kissing in TOS.
yeah, he did. Dax and Worf kissed each other a lot
That came later though. It was
in
like,
seasons 5 and 6.
Yeah. Anyways, I'm just saying it's a legitimate idea to practice kissing, so you don't have to, so you capture that first time kiss on camera.
That's something I also thought about mentioning is that I watched the first episode finally of For All Mankind on Apple TV.
Oh, finally! What'd you think of that?
It was
haven't
pretty
seen it
good.
yet. I'm
I
dying to
am
see it.
very eager to watch the next episode. I liked it, and Tonya liked it. Ron Moore. I've been a fan of Ron Moore's my entire life. So it was kind of a Ron Moore double feature because speaking of Deep Space Nine and Dax and Worf kissing, we watched the episode looking for Parmok in all the wrong places, which is the first time where they hook up. Dax
right.
and Worf. And they're trying to help Quark get laid from the Klingon lady Grelka, and then who Worf also had the hots for, and then Jadzia gets jealous, and then eventually
right.
they're going at each other like a couple of crazed Vols. But that was written by Ron Moore. He wrote a lot of the Klingon episodes in TNG and DS9, and even one in Voyager. And then we went immediately from that straight into For All Mankind. First episode, also written by Ron Moore. It's a very big tonal shift. But yeah, it was the Ron Moore double feature no one asked for that we didn't plan. That just happened to be where I was in my DS9 rewatch currently. So,
Oh my God! Can I die now? You have finally seen For All Mankind. Oh, I'm so happy for you.
just
I'm
the
jealous.
first episode.
All right. Well, I'm happy. I'm still happy because I've been screaming for you to watch it forever. Yes.
Yeah,
I'm so
and our
happy.
friend PJ Boatwreck is a big enthusiast of that show. It's really good.
Yeah.
Cool.
And
Michael
Geek and
Kuda
Review
and
likes
Denise-
it too.
Yeah.
Mike and
no.
Denise Okuda share a lot of stuff about it on Facebook too. Like
Yeah,
No.
they
the
work
work
on
that
it.
they do on it. Yeah.
No, and if you stay with it, the more you watch of it, the more attached you're going to get to the astronauts and the people around the astronauts, and it gets
It's like
so
a
much
road
better.
not taken story in a way, right?
It's alternate history. Yeah, it's basically the elevator pitch is the space race, but the Soviets landed a man on the moon first. And so now the race continues on past that with America embarrassed and defeated and trying to prove themselves.
Well,
Who's your favorite character just after the first episode? I wonder.
I don't know. You don't really get to know anyone too well other than the main astronaut and then like his buddy who gives the I come in peace every
Yeah.
night or
Gordo.
whatever the joke was he makes. Yeah.
Gordo.
I liked the I guess like the bartender at the bar that that chick that they're hanging out with.
Oh, Patty. No, Pam. Sorry, not Patty. Pam.
Pam.
Yeah.
She seemed very real to me. It's like, oh yeah, like I know a lot of like these smoky Texas bars like that where there's like like the cute chick who like all of like the bars like full of like all these dudes and they're all like hanging out with her and stuff. It's I felt very much at home during some of those scenes.
Awesome, awesome. But I'm so happy you're finally watching that because I've been a strong supporter of For All Mankind, and I basically scream to anybody who listens to me, you need to watch the show because it's just wonderful.
Yeah, it was very watchable. It's a long episode. All the episodes are like exactly an hour long. But like I never felt a dull moment. It was it was very compelling. Um, it was an interesting pitch, interesting premise. They also marry a lot of like real life figures with I guess some of their fictional characters. That's pretty interesting. Like Nixon is basically a character in the show.
Yeah.
Father, our text message audience is asking to show Ruben the updated Kirk Thatcher to get his reaction. It's someone he knows. And so so do you have that screenshot still, or
I just
can
closed all of my screenshots.
Oh, I'll find it. I'll find it on the web.
I can open it, but
Do you remember the punk
just go to
Ruben
Trek
screenshot?
Core. Go
Oh,
to
yeah,
trekcore.com, click on their review, and there's going to be a picture of it. Or I guess I should do it because you can't share your screen.
I might be able to share a tab. I'm going to try that. Last time that worked.
Can I take this time to thank the audience for watching my first?
Oh
ever
yeah,
Star Trek
Marcelo
review
did
of
a
the cage.
TQIF.
Yes, and more importantly, I have to thank the guy down here for giving me a shout out at the beginning of his stream. I really appreciate that. Thank
That was
you.
really nice. We didn't do
Yeah,
it.
I didn't realize you were doing that this week. But yeah, that's
You know
cool.
what? You know what? I
that's
should have told you. I'm sorry. I should have told you.
one down. 800 plus
800
to go. So good luck getting there. I did the math on it. I was like, Marcelo, it's going to take you 16 years just to catch up to the current amount of Star Trek episodes.
Wait,
Yeah,
how
but
often are you releasing them? Once a week?
Once a week with our blog. Once a week.
Oh, yeah, you have 16 years of content. That's insane.
Oh God. Well, when you put it like that, well, I'll try. I don't know. I don't know if I'll get there, but I'll try.
Why don't you just bank them all, like do a bunch of them and then just like why don't you release like 5 a week on Fridays?
No, I can't do that. I do so many things, man.
Yeah,
I
you
can
are
only-
quite prolific
Yeah,
on
yeah.
the
I can only do so much,
All right, here we go. I can share a tab, a thab, a Thatcher tab.
This is the
Here's-
old punk on the bus.
The punk on the bus, Ruben. Do you see it? You see him? And he has the same stickers apparently. It's the same boombox.
They're not the same stickers.
I think this one is. One of these is like.
Okay, maybe.
And then look, he looks like a Viking punk. He's like a punk Viking. I love
He's
it.
got his beard braided.
Yeah, and like these little like Gimli jewelry on there. But Vikings do that too, right? They put jewelry on their beards. That's
Sure.
actually a good idea. I think I want to have a beard long enough to put jewelry on.
No, do not do that.
Do you have Father? Your beard's long enough to do jewelry on, right?
Oh yeah. Actually, when I was on the Star Trek cruise, when we went to what island was it? Was it the Virgin Islands? But there were like these ladies like braiding women's hair, and then I was like, I should get my beard braided just like as a joke. But then when we were getting back on the ship, there was like another guy with a long beard, and his beard was braided. He's like, yeah, like those ladies just like grabbed me and started braiding my beard.
Oh wow.
Here is the side-by-side comparison if anyone needs a reminder of what Kirk Thatcher looked like in the 1986 movie Star Trek IV.
There you go.
Yeah, didn't change. To
Why
be
is
fair, and I thought this was gratuitous. I thought they got like a little too cutesy with this joke, even though like I liked seeing Kirk Thatcher back, but I was just like, oh, okay, that's kind of like the exact same thing. But to be fair, there are 50-year-old punk
It's true.
guys now that were punk guys in the 80s, and they just never grew out of it. They just been doing it for decades, and that's all.
That's
they know how to do.
hardcore. That would be a hardcore punk person, right?
Oh yeah. He didn't sell out.
Ruben, you didn't do punk, right? You listened to punk, but you didn't do punk like as a look, right? You did your hair colors though. Didn't you do colors on your hair or no? That's my imagination. I had when I left high school, I'd use Manic Panic when I still had hair in San Francisco, and I had my hair fire engine red for a bit. And it worked. I got a lot of interest from the guys.
I used to
Not
I
that
used
that's
to-
why you should do those things.
no, I used to I remember like I actually did a mohawk on my. I've had a mohawk twice in my life, and I also used to wear earrings on both of my ears. But actually, I have both of my ears pierced, so
I had bondage
I can do
pants
the
with
movement.
the tartan plaid bondage pants. I would wear those. Do you remember that, Ruben?
Yeah, what?
My plaid bondage pants. I had a punkish style. I didn't go full punk. I was just like punk chic.
You know what was big when I was a teenager was like the frosted tips or like the
Yeah.
peroxide blonde hair like
Oh
Eminem
yeah, I
and like
remember that.
the big baggy Jeanco jeans.
Yes. I remember. I didn't have Jenko jeans. I remember that. Our baggy jeans were Z Cavaricci's.
And then before that when I was like younger than that, um in like the early 90s it was like Bill and Ted like tying your jacket around your waist. Like I used to always like walk around with like a jacket tied around my waist.
I remember doing stuff like that.
Yeah.
I remember wearing flannel shirts in Miami because that was cool during the grunge times.
Flannel. Ugh.
Yeah, it's not a good
Jesus
idea.
Christ. I'm like, I had to hear that fucking Nirvana song a billion. I watched this 79-hour long movie called The Batman, and I had to listen to so much goddamn Nirvana during that I don't even.
Twice.
If I saw a
Twice.
plaid
It was
shirt
just
now, I'd
twice.
probably die.
It was just twice.
I felt like it
But
was in
you-
it a lot.
But
But
you
I
know
don't know.
what?
I was so miserable by the end of that
It was
movie
just
that-
twice.
But you know what?
The
But you know
song
what?
hit like the top 40 for the first time in like 30 years. Or something.
Are you serious?
Yeah, something in the way.
But you know what? I don't think, as much as I love the Batman film, I don't think that that song was the right choice. I would have much rather have them use traditional score over.
But Michael Giacchino's score was badass
amazing.
in that movie.
It's
That was
amazing.
that's probably the best part of it is Michael Giacchino's music.
Yeah,
It was
it's
just
amazing.
it was so simple. I love the
Yeah, it's a great
simplicity.
score.
Like
I was
just
speeding
those two
home
notes.
listening to it. Yeah.
Boom 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 boom. I really liked that.
Yeah, that's great.
Sometimes I think about the stuff I like in that movie, and it's like, man, like I kind of want to see it again and give it another chance. And I'm like, but that was so goddamn long. I just don't want to like sit in there and be miserable like that again.
Well, no, well, you could just, if you wait a little bit, it'll be.
I wanted
on,
the Riddler to come in there and murder me to like put me out of my misery.
Oh my God. Do you guys mind talking about Halo while I go get a refill in my drink?
Sure.
Yeah, well,
Alright, Halo.
I tried to watch the first bit, the first 20 minutes today in the morning, but I didn't finish because I constantly got bothered by life. So if you guys want to talk about Halo, spoil everything, I don't care. So it's fine.
Yeah. Ruben, as I recall, you're a big gamer, but not a big first-person shooter guy. So, did you have any connection to the game before watching the show?
Yeah, first person shooters are not my number one genre, I guess. But I never really played much of Halo.
Okay.
But the show was okay. I mean, I didn't love it, but I didn't hate it.
Yeah, I'm not like the biggest Halo fan, but I mean, I've played all of the games except for the most recent one. Most of them, like I like went and got like the midnight release and played it. You know, I was like playing the multiplayer of Halo 2 on Xbox Live every day for months and months and months after it came out. So it used to be a huge part of my life. I'm not as diehard now. I'm fairly familiar with like the lore. I've read some of the books and comics and stuff. And yeah, I mean, to me, like the show, like I recognize a lot of like the world of the game in the show. They're definitely taking some serious departures. This is like its own continuity, its own universe, and everything. And I generally find like a lot of your video game fans. I mean, and every fandom can be like this, but you know, a lot of people are like really entitled and want like the adaptation to be like perfect to like their vision of the game, and you know, it's hard to please a lot of those people. So I think there is going to be some backlash, but it's not. I didn't think there was anything wrong with the first episode, and in fact, I'd say like it did several things right. It's definitely like pretty sleek and you can tell like it has like a good budget behind it. Except some of the action I think might be like a little too ambitious. It kind of got a little too CGI cartoony for me at times when they were trying to like really sell the the capabilities of these beings, these Spartans, these super soldiers. When you have them, like running around, jumping 30 feet in the air, fighting these aliens. But the Covenant aliens, they're all CGI, and sometimes they look great, sometimes they look not so great. But yeah, if you can get over like some of the shaky visuals, I think you'll have a pretty good time if you're in the mood for like an action adventure, a future sci-fi action adventure type thing.
Yeah, I really from what I saw. I mean, I saw the first sequence of the attack on the colony, and I thought it looked great. Like when the Spartans finally showed up, and they just cleared house.
Yeah, and they're badass. They made them cool.
Yeah,
they made them.
That was badass. I've never played the Halo games, but I've known of Halo all my life, and I'm really excited to see where the story goes.
Yeah, some of the effects, especially in the second fight scene at the end, the big one at the end, looked straight up like Godzilla shit. Like it looked terrible. Like there's a sequence with like the fighter plane things flying in like profile with the city. I was like, wow, somebody did not QA this this shot because this looks terrible.
Yeah, a lot of the spaceship stuff looked good, but yeah, there were a few bad shots.
Weird that like I didn't really understand why. Like I get the Spartans are badass, but they're still shooting bullets, and so were the other people. But the other people's bullets didn't do anything, but the Spartan bullets do a lot of things.
No, I know.
And it's like, but it's still bullets. Like they're not magic bullets. They're just bullets.
But I thought they were. I thought the Spartans' bullets were like coated with something that allowed their bullets.
Oh,
to do
I know. Yeah,
damage.
maybe I missed something in the dialogue or something like that.
That's
No, it wasn't
from
said.
a visual point of view. It was like
they're just bullets.
They're just bullets.
Yeah, but it wasn't said. But in my own head canon, I imagine my own Halo canon. I imagined that the bullets were coated with something that made them more effective against the monsters that the Spartans were fighting.
I thought they would be shooting like some sort of energy weapon back.
That's what the Covenant uses, energy weapons. The humans, the UNSC, it's all like actual like bullets. But the thing that I guess that makes like the Spartans better than like your typical Marine or your typical like insurrectionist on a colony is that the Covenant, like they have like a lot of armor, like they have and they have like shields, but you can, if you shoot enough, you can like get through the shields. But the Spartans also have like armor and shields, so they can last longer. Yeah, and then they also might have like better aim or stuff like that. But yeah, like I guess that is kind of silly. It is cool. There's like a lot of like little cool details if you do play the games. Like there's this one part where the Master Chief is getting shot near the beginning, and you hear like his little shield meter like start beeping, like beep 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 beep. Like you hear that sound effect in the game when your shields are low and you have to like take cover. So that's kind of cool.
Right,
and
then when it recharges, that little like recharge sound.
Yeah, or like when the one elite, like those alien soldiers, they're called elites, and like when the one like activated his active camo and turned invisible like Predator and ran away, or the vehicle, all the vehicles are from the game. Like the Covenant ship is called the Phantom, and then like that little one that the guy who ran away, he gets like this little ship and takes off. It's called a Banshee. So
yeah,
there's a lot of cool details like that.
They had the Jeeps and stuff at the end too.
The Warthogs.
Yeah. I mean, I thought it was weird. I kind of understand why they did it, where they only showed elites and they didn't show any of the other troops from the Covenant.
Yeah, I think they will eventually, but they also showed the leaders of the Covenant, the prophets, which they're a different alien species, but we see one of them. We see the Prophet of Mercy, and one of the departures that they added is that the Covenant seems to be affiliated with an evil human character. That's an invention of the show. I think because they wanted to have like an antagonist who's not CGI. They wanted to have like a real person in there. Kind of makes sense to me.
I didn't like the reveal of the helmet thing at the end.
Yeah, so that's gonna be the big one. That's gonna piss off a lot of the fans. It's gonna be
when his helmet came off.
Yeah, spoilers. The Master Chief does remove his helmet.
Oh my god! I'm not gonna watch the show now. Oh my god!
So
Bullshit. I'm sorry.
I get it if that's like a bridge too far for you. You know, I remember going to see like the G.I. Joe movie, that terrible fucking G.I. Joe movie that came out in 2009, The Rise of Cobra or whatever. What was the first one?
Oh, it was a Rise of Cobra.
Okay, yeah. But I remember going to, and I was thinking like, and I knew from the trailers it looked kind of bad, but I was just thinking like, man, if Snake Eyes says one goddamn word, I'm gonna get up and walk out of this
He
theater.
doesn't say a word.
So, yeah, he doesn't. They actually got that right.
So
they got all the
great.
other stuff wrong, but
Yeah, they got everything else wrong, but they got that right.
I'll say this: like the Master Chief of the video game, like he is kind of a blank slate intentionally. You know, so a lot of video game characters, like your main character, it's just he's very bland, so that you can kind of imprint your own personality onto that character, or at least that's what.
Right.
Game developers say that what they're trying to do. So I can understand them like trying to like flesh out this guy and make him like have a little bit more personality than the games have done.
I just no, that's not what bothered me. I just think the reveal was just done very like, oh, here's a cool reveal, and it's like, no, I don't know. You could have done a little bit more with it. You know, had the reveal happen in a moment of sacrifice or something. You know, it was just, I don't know. It just felt very.
How would you have?
Okay, here's the reveal.
How would you have written it if you were if they asked you to like rewrite that one specific scene? How would you have handled that?
I mean, if they really wanted it in the first episode, which is what I feel like they did, I don't know why, because I would have Mandalorianed it a little bit.
Put it at the end of the first season.
Yeah, I would have had it where, you know, these two characters have now been together for a whole season. You know, they're friends, but he still keees his mask on because he's so fucking hardcore. And then at the end, he's taking a bunch of bullets to protect her.
And he has
one of the bullets shatters his helmet, and you finally see half his face. You know, maybe he's half dying when he finally takes something like, I don't know. You could do something with it.
Yeah, something more dramatic in the moment.
Yeah, whereas here it just felt like a cheap video game cinematic.
I think the reason why they really wanted it in the end of the first episode is they wanted to get people talking about the show, but they wanted people like, okay, you're gonna have to go ahead and get over this. Like he's gonna take his helmet off because the games have never shown his face in 21 years of Halo games. They've never done that. So I think the show is like, we're gonna just ask the audience to get over this. If they have a problem with it, it's like, well, too bad. You're gonna have to.
You know, like you have Mandalorian, you have the Judge Dredd movie. You know, you have instances where you can do the helmet on, like, especially because you're not like in the Mandalorian's case. It's funny to me because they hired Pedro Pascal, and they're not using his face.
Yeah,
but that's okay. In this case, it's like you reveal his face, but it's like this dude. You know,
it's like, oh, look, it's a boring looking white guy.
It's generic white guy number 1455. You know,
I'm told that dude is named Pablo Schreiber, and he's Liev Schreiber's half brother.
Oh, cool.
And he claims that he's in talk with Marvel to play Wolverine in whatever is going to be the next X-Men movie.
No, you know, but I
wait.
What? Wait a minute.
This is what the man said.
You said what?
He claims that he's talked to Marvel about playing Wolverine.
Oh.
No. All right.
He's too tall. He's a really tall guy. He's like 6.5 feet tall. Like Wolverine's supposed to be like a short, ugly little dude. He's supposed to be like 5 foot.
Hugh Jackman was like 6 feet tall. Also.
Yeah, that was a thing. Like I think Hugh Jackman was really good, and I have a lot of respect for like how ripped Hugh Jackman would get for those movies. But yeah, they got like this tall, handsome guy, and I want like the next Wolverine to be like this short, ugly dude.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they'll go that way, but
were either of you guys aware that this Halo series is produced by Steven Spielberg, and according to the showrunners of season 1, because for season 2 there's going to be completely new showrunners, but according to the showrunners for season 1, Steven Spielberg was heavily involved in the scripting of the first season, and he basically picked everybody on the crew. So he picked everybody on the crew. So, what do you guys think about that?
Spielberg's off his edge.
Spielberg's off the ledge.
No, I mean, there's been a Halo project in the works for a decade, like nonstop,
right.
since
Yeah.
the game came out, basically.
Yeah, for
The
2
first game.
decades.
Yeah, since
Right.
the first game came out.
When
And
I
there's
thought
been a lot of people attached. My favorite would have been
Peter
Neil
Johnson.
Blomkamp from
Okay.
District 9.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
He did like a fan film, basically.
Yeah, and he had Peter Jackson's company, the Weta Workshop.
Mhm.
They were like building all of those props and stuff.
Yeah. No,
But,
no. I
you
just,
know,
I just found it, intriguing that according to these showrunners, Steven Spielberg was very hands on because Steven Spielberg produces a million fucking things that he never ever gets involved with, and it was very curious that he chose to get involved with this in the way that he did, apparently.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how involved he was other than like maybe like he hired some of the people or like, oh yeah, like I'm friends with these people. Like here, I want to give them jobs. But
Marcelo, don't be fooled by the internet like I was.
I think
I won't
the show does, even though we said like some of the effects aren't great, I think the show does have like a pretty substantial budget.
no, for the most part, it looked really good.
I think
just there were some shots that were like, whoa, like that's why they were jarring too, because everything else looked pretty good. Whereas these shots were like, the hell just happened? Like somebody.
But I think that was the
this
Steven
night?
Spielberg influence. I think he made it possible to secure that type of budget.
Sure. So yeah, it was a good first episode. Good enough. I'll watch the next one.
And there's already 2 seasons ordered, so they have a second season already picked up.
Nice. Well, I'm gonna watch it now. You guys have convinced me. I saw a Halo movie, and it was confusing, but it was beautiful.
Was it the anime one where it's like an anthology?
It was CGI.
Were you watching like a cutscene compilation of the game?
Is that what I was watching?
Maybe.
That's why it was confusing. That makes 100.
What happened?
%
What do you
sense.
remember?
Nothing. That's what I'm saying. It felt like a bunch of unrelated or related but disparate scenes. Like stuff was missing. I don't know.
Yeah, I think you were watching the
remember-
cutscenes from the game.
I remember like the Master Chief being cool. I do like him. He's a cool character. I've never played any of the games. Blue Sparrow is... Oh, greetings to PE, by the way. And Blue Sparrow is saying, did you guys play the first Halo game?
Yeah, I've played all of them except for Halo Infinite. I haven't gotten to it yet. I have it on our Xbox. I just have not. I spend so much time like watching Star Trek, and when I'm not watching Star Trek, I'm making Star Trek content, and when I'm not doing that, like I try to like read some comics every now and then. So it's very, very hard for me to have time for video games. But I do want to get to it ASAP.
That's the latest one, the one you said? What was
Yeah,
it
it just
called?
came out in November, I believe.
Is it related to the show in any way, do you think? Or
No. So it almost seems like kind of a prequel, and they've taken some departures from the story, but basically there is a war between these two forces. You have Earth, the UNSC, and these aliens called the Covenant. And the first game is you encounter the Covenant you find like this big ancient alien halo ring, kind of like a Dyson sphere, except it's like remember like that ring world in The Mandalorian?
Yeah.
It's like that basically, except it's not like urbanized. It's all like wilderness and stuff. But that you land there. It's like a cool environment for a video game, and you fight them there, and then you
hence the Halo, duh.
yeah, you find out about like, oh, there's like this even older alien race called the Forerunners, all this super advanced technology, and like there's all these deadly secrets of the Halo ring and things that could like destroy the entire universe if they got out of hand. I think they are leading to that. I think that might be like the story of like season 2 or something. But they're using parts of the lore about like, oh yeah, like Earth is actually at war with like a lot of its colonies are trying to rebel against Earth. And then there's also like this imminent alien threat that wants to go on a holy jihad and kill all humans and purge the universe of humans because they have this fanatical religious belief. And you also have the Spartans are like they're kind of like RoboCop, like they're forced to be these cybernetically enhanced super
Yeah, super
soldiers
soldiers.
and be,
This
but
is
also to be
is
like
this from the
controlled.
first Halo game? Is this the artwork from the first Halo game?
That is not from the first
okay.
one because he didn't have like that one, but that is on the Halo ring. Um,
I see.
but yeah, if this is something I wanted to tell everyone out there. If you're hoping that the show is like an adaptation of the first game, then this ain't that. So you got to be willing to try something else. If
Oh, that's a good shot. I like that. That's a good
Yeah.
shot. Somebody should. No, but us on the bottom with Master Chief in the.
he looks
background.
like he's mad at us. Like, which one of y'all do I want to shoot
yeah,
with
which
my
one you
gun here?
motherfuckers are gonna get shot.
But
Father's
yeah,
in his
a lot of the
junk.
guns.
Oh,
A lot of the guns in the show, like everything that the UNSC were using, those are all guns from the game. The Covenant had like guns from the game. All the vehicles are from the game. So,
Ruben, you played the first Halo game,
Yeah, I played the first two a little bit. Yeah.
like back in the when it came out,
Mm-hmm.
and you liked it. It was a good game. I never played this game. I'm surprised at myself.
It was good. It was, I mean, at the time, it was one of the best shooter games.
Well, it's like
out there.
huge because I've heard of Halo all the time. I used to play. It was a first person shooter, right? That was like the style of the game or whatever.
yeah, they're all first person shooters except two of them are RTSs.
What is an
Real-time
RTS?
strategy.
Real time strategy. I've never heard. What is that? What other games are that?
Warcraft was originally
Oh,
RTS
that's. Oh.
before it was an MMO. StarCraft, Age of Empires.
Was StarCraft? No, that's not what I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of Star Fox, which I loved.
Dune.
I-
There was a Dune RTS.
There was a Dune one. Wow, real time strategy. I don't think I've ever played other than
Random.
World of
There
Warcraft.
were a lot of Dune ones. They made several.
no, but not when you guys say Dune, you're not talking about the Dune. Are you talking about the Dune, the other Dune?
Dune,
No, you're thinking of Doom.
Dune,
and we're-
Dune,
Dune,
D-U-N-E.
like the movie.
Frank
Okay.
Herbert's Dune. They made an RTS of Frank Herbert's Dune.
Oh, really?
Doom
I've
is a-
never,
yeah, first
Yeah,
person.
Doom is a FPS.
Okay. Wow.
Halo is not for
I never knew that.
PE.
I never knew that.
I have no past experience with the Halo video game stuff, so that might have contributed to me not being interested in the TV show. Do you think I'm very curious about the TV show. I'm going to definitely watch it.
I've talked to several people who have not watched, or I'm sorry, who have not played the games, and they still thought the first episode was pretty good. I haven't talked to anyone who like, oh yeah, I fucking loved it. It's great. No one's had that reaction, but I know a lot of people that are like, oh yeah, this show has potential. I want to see where it goes. That seems to be the general reaction.
What is like how far in the future does the game take place?
It's in the 26th century, but they still have like cars with tires and they still have like guns with bullets. So it's not like crazy advanced technology. But yeah, it's,
Do you get history?
500
do you get
years
any,
in the
like,
future.
In the games, do you get any like history of Earth, like stuff that came like in the last 300-year type stuff?
Yeah, there's a fairly rich lore. It's not as fleshed out as I don't know, something like Tolkien.
Have they ever gone to like our times, like the 90s and the 2000s, and said
They don't time
not
travel
go
in Halo,
but like talked about it? I mean, like is it?
no.
Does it in other words, does it pretend to be in the future of Earth?
you know what they talk about in Halo is like these aliens are gonna murder all of us. We have to shoot them.
Oh, okay.
That's the type of conversations
that.
you get in Halo.
I've been meaning to pick up a first-person shooter. I used to play. What was the big one? Trying to remember the name of this game.
Quake.
No. It was like as if you were in Desert Storm or real camp.
Call of Duty.
Call of Duty. That's the one I
Modern
used to play.
Warfare.
Yeah, I used to play that.
I don't know why I started with Quake.
That's the weird thing is I loved Call of Duty, and I also like Grand Theft Auto. I'm a huge Grand Theft Auto fan. I love those games. Isn't that odd that that I like those violent games?
No, a lot of people.
Why
a
is
lot of
that
people
odd?
like to play
Why
those.
is it odd? Because do you not like violence so much, or?
I enjoy it in the game. I just don't like violence in real life, and I tend to cringe at violence in movies. but in games
Okay.
for some reason it's fun. I think because it looks like a cartoon.
I'm a total psychopath, so I love fake violence, but actual violence really ticks me off.
Yeah,
Real violence takes me off.
actual violence turning you on would make you a psychopath. So I don't think you're a
Yeah.
psychopath.
Yeah,
but,
no.
I have never played Halo. Says fun will commence. However, Father's description is making the show sound interesting to me. Good job, Father.
Well, don't blame me if you get a few episodes into it and then it eventually sucks.
He'll be
Is
like, damn you, father.
I think the best way to describe it is like a pretty good start. The show has potential, but also it has
Okay.
potential to be bad eventually.
Well, Ruben
too,
said he's going to
depending
keep
on what
watching it.
happens.
That's more than he says for Picard. So that means
Well, I
That's
watched
just-
all of Picard season 1. We'll
You
see how
did.
far
That's
I get
true.
to Halo.
Yeah.
We'll see how far I get.
That'll be the benchmark. That'll be the litmus test. Does Ruben finish season 1?
I think Ruben will finish season 1.
We'll see. It was interesting.
I'm putting my.
They have plenty of stuff to pull from in the game, So
I like parenthesis I his comment kind of critical, but I think it's relevant.
my wife walked by when I was watching the Halo show earlier, and she described what she saw as being action figure toys fighting each other. Is there a huge toy market for this game?
There could be. I mean, it's
I'm
really,
surprised it isn't because they do look like action figures.
yeah,
I
it's
mean,
not really
that's-
aimed at children. Like literally like
okay.
opens with like people getting like their legs blown off and
there's plenty
shit.
of merchandise. I don't know if there's a lot of action
But-
figures, but
I know they have made action figures in the past, but yeah, it definitely has like that element. It is gonna feel like a show, where there's a bunch of action figure toys fighting each other. I mean, it's kind of like we grew up on stuff like that. Like I mentioned G.I. Joe earlier, or like Transformers was a big one for me. So it definitely has like that degree of like a kind of mindless action.
No, but
That's part of it.
This is from the new series.
That's
right?
the show,
This-
yeah. That's the chief. That's Master Chief. That's
It's-
Spartan John 117, Sierra 117.
No, but like they're like I have a couple friends who are Halo fanatics who I haven't spoke to about the show yet, but they actually have a couple Master Chief toys and figurines and shit like that. So
Oh, I'm
they
sure
do it-
there's like the higher end toys, like whatever McFarlane toys in that category. I'm sure there's stuff like that, but I just didn't know if it was
Yeah. They
marketed.
mainly
towards,
just make
like,
toys now for like adult collectors. They don't like I don't think kids buy like the toy aisles at like Target and Walmart these days, like they're not like as big as they were like when we were kids. I think kids now these like play on their phones.
right,
and
and
stuff.
a real big sign of that is that didn't Toys R Us pretty much go out of business? Like,
Yeah.
there's no more Toys R Us,
yeah, there's
right?
no more Toys R Us.
Do you guys remember the song?
No.
I don't
I don't
want
want to grow up. I'm
Is it
so
about
addicted. There's a
Wouldn't
million
be a
toys at
Toys R
Toys
Us
R Us
kid.
that I could play with. From bikes to trains to video games. It's the biggest toy store there is. I don't want to grow up, 'cause if I did, I wouldn't be a Toys R Us kid.
with Jeffrey the giraffe. I like
I
how we all started
I
singing that
wrote
at
the
different
lyrics
parts.
for a paper in school once. The teacher asked us to write what we wanted to be when we grew up.
You
And I wrote the lyrics to the song.
You're so defiant, Ruben.
I am.
You're so
I
defiant.
really am.
It's
Always
true.
and forever, man.
Ruben, we were talking in the after chat of Text Trek a little bit about the Penguin in Batman, being too kind of ordinary or whatever. And then I was saying, well, that's kind of like a mob thing, like the name Penguin. But I forgot that your nickname is Penguin among our friends.
That's right. Yeah.
But it has nothing to do
yeah.
with Batman, though. I mean,
No.
which is the funny thing. It's a
I'm a
totally
icy
unrelated thing. But yeah, Ruben is the Penguin in our group. I was the robot.
Oh,
I must have been androidish as a teenager. This is also from the TV series, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
the
not
armor
sure-
looks pretty good.
Yeah, but I'm not sure how like these are all close-ups, but it doesn't look. It's not intended to be photorealistic, right? It looks like I'm watching. I'm
What do
seeing
you
a
mean it's
video
not intended to be photorealistic?
I'm seeing.
It's
it
a
looks
live
to me like
action
a
TV
video.
show.
It is. Wait, that's not
Yeah, I didn't know how to
CGI?
answer that.
No, that's
No.
like a
No.
dude in armor.
That's a guy in a suit.
Shit, that
man in
looks like
suits.
CGI to me. Why does it look like
No.
CGI?
Well,
there's
you see it. You need to
there's
see it in
probably
motion.
Yeah,
What?
there's probably plenty of touching up going on, but
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's not CGI?
But that's a guy in
No.
a suit. No.
I know that shot. That's from when he stands
Lands.
up
that's
near
when
the
he
beginning.
first lands,
Yeah, that's practical.
You already spoiled that he takes his mask off. Can I show what he? Can we see what he looks like? Can I find him unmasked?
I mean, I
Hello.
wouldn't, but I guess if people want to see it,
Hey everyone, we're about to show. Oh, I'll just look at him. I just want to see what the actor looks like. What was his name? Something Shriver?
Pablo Schreiber.
Let's look him up.
I got this gig because my cousin or whatever.
Lee Schreiber. I am, I didn't pay my dues as an actor.
I want to say that.
Wait, he can't play Wolverine. I'm sorry to say.
Why?
He's too, like,
He's
I know, there's
more like
something
a
about-
badger. He looks more badger-like.
yeah, he looks more like a badger than a Wolverine.
I
Thank
think
you.
he has a good face. I think he has a good face for Wolverine. I just think he's too tall.
He is very. Oh, I see a picture of him with like.
They need to get
flexing his
Glenn
muscles now.
Danzig and de-age him.
It's just so hard to think of anyone else other than Hugh Jackman.
I don't know. To me, Wolverine existed in my life for years and years and years before I even knew who Hugh Jackman was. So it's easy for me to picture, but I think for the people who discovered X-Men through the movies, Hugh Jackman's going to be a tough act to follow.
PE says the new episode of Severance came out today on Apple TV. That's a new sci-fi series that I'd recommend checking out if you
Oh, is it
haven't
a series? I
already.
thought it was a movie.
It's leagues above Halo in terms of quality. I haven't heard.
Yeah, it was
I
very
haven't
different.
heard
It's
much
not
about it.
It's not like
Severance?
action adventure stuff. It's like a very serious.
Severance is like a smart man science fiction. It's very good.
Yeah, it looked interesting. I saw the trailer on Apple
It's
TV.
very good.
I started a series. I want to show the still from it. Hold on, let me see if I can pull up a still from it. So I'll have to watch Halo after I finish the Blade Runner series on HBO Max. Have you guys seen that?
What?
No.
What, the
Did it
animated
come out already?
series?
Wait a minute.
Yeah,
wait,
the
wait,
Blade
wait.
Runner animated series. I started watching
Oh,
that.
that shit. Okay.
Oh, it's a
No. It was good, but the thing is, because there's a.
Did you
Blade
see the
Runner
Star Trek reference in it? Oh, HBO Max is down.
Yeah.
It's not coming up.
There's a Blade Runner live action series coming. So I thought that's what you were watching. I was like,
Wait, there's a Blade Runner. Have we talked about this before?
no, I don't think so.
You guys, HBO Max is down. Like it's not coming up. It says site not found. How could this happen? Is this a
I'll check.
Russian attack?
No, I'm gonna check right now. Hold on. The Russians are coming.
This site can't be reached.
Oh, look, hold on. Ah.
No, maybe the service still works. I'm talking about the website doesn't come up.
Oh, boo.
Let
Well,
me
look,
see.
I'll check right now. Hold on.
Is it on HBO Max or is it an Amazon series? I can't remember now.
I think it's I
Black
think-
Lotus. It's called Black Lotus. It is HBO Max. And yeah, HBO is down. What?
Well, not really, because it still works on my TV. So maybe the website's just down.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Cause this shit, you see this guy, you're gonna get copyrighted. But this is HBO Max working on the big screen TV right here.
I'm trying to find the homage to Star Trek. But anyways, she walks into like a club and the club is called 1701,
Cool, nice.
which is pretty cool. I like the
Did
first
it-
couple of episodes of it. It was pretty good. It takes place in between Blade Runner and Blade Runner 2049.
Did any of you guys see the Adam Project?
Yes, I saw that movie. Did you guys see that movie?
Yeah.
Oh god,
That
that's
sounds
not
vaguely familiar.
that's not positive.
What is it?
Yeah.
Come on,
My
Ruben,
what
tell us how you
project?
really feel.
The Adam Project.
Adam.
So it's
Come
a
on.
time travel movie.
Come on, Ruben, tell
I
us how you
didn't
really
see it.
feel. Come on.
It's
come
a
on.
time.
I can read you my tweet about it. You didn't see my tweet?
Yeah, no, I didn't see it.
No,
Tell
I
us your
didn't see the
tweet.
Come
Hold
on.
on, let me read my tweet.
While you while you pull up your tweet, Here's a still from Blade Runner Black Lotus. Or actually, this is the poster, I think. Hold on. This is a poster. Father, you haven't heard of this?
It sounds kind of familiar, but I don't know what the hell it is.
Okay, I got my tweet ready whenever you're ready.
All right, what's your tweet?
The Atom Project is a film on Netflix that happens when cocaine meets the imagination of a hyperactive 12-year-old. So this guy, he goes back in time, right? But then the bad guys show up, and boom, boom. But then he kills them all.
Wow.
My wife told me I should have made that into a TikTok.
But what is is there like a target age? Wow, Marcelo, you cracked Marcelo up. Is there like a target age for that movie? Because I felt like it was for like tweens. Is that funny to you?
I guess, yeah, like it's for middle schoolish.
Okay.
Yeah, I was watching it and I didn't think it was a made for adult audiences. That was my impression anyway.
I mean, I don't know why. Well, actually, I know why I watched it. My wife wanted to watch it. 'Cause I would have never watched it because I don't like Ryan Reynolds. So, but we watched it.
Oh god.
Oh, that's the movie. That's the movie where Ryan Reynolds goes back in time and meets himself as a kid.
Well, there's
Yeah,
an
I saw
interesting
the trailer for that. Why,
It's
why
more
wouldn't you
than
just
that,
tell me
actually.
that's what it was.
No, but you know what?
Oh,
It's
okay.
more than that. He goes back in time, picks up kid version of himself, goes back in time even more to try to save his father by stopping his father from inventing time travel. So it has an interesting new twist. I don't think I've seen anything in time travel where it's like you go, you get your kid self, and then you take kid self and you go back
my
into
God.
the past.
So it's not one Ryan Reynolds, it's two Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, but it's like Ryan Reynolds and a kid doing an impression of Ryan Reynolds. I have to say the kid was the best
kid was
part
my
of
favorite
the
part, yeah.
No, he
of the
did
thing.
no,
The
he
kid was
did
my
a
favorite part.
the kid really did a wonderful job. I really like how he
Here's-
kind of inhabited the spirit of like a younger Ryan Reynolds, because the way that he said his dialogue, it was very, very Ryan Reynolds-y, and I like that.
The other thing I liked about it is that like I think it's true that when you get older and more mature that you kind of regret the person you were when you were a kid because you did stupid things.
Hey,
And And I think those aspects of the film were interesting, but again, not like enough to make it a winner. I don't know, it was a confusing film.
no, like
What?
really?
What?
Yeah, no, yeah.
Right? It's a
I don't
confusing
disagree
film.
with
I'm not sure it said anything at the
you.
end.
I just
I'm
kept
not-
watching, going, what the fuck's going on? Why
and
is
I
this
like
happening? Why
I
is
like
this
Zoe
happening?
Saldana. She's in it, and I like her. And I thought she was just being Uhura a little bit, maybe
No.
channeling
she's in it
Uhura.
for like 3 seconds. I mean, to me, it's like I don't know what to call them, but it reminded
No,
me of Red Notice,
No, I mean, no.
where
it's
it's
a
like
movie-
it's actually more about who's in the movie than whatever the movie's about. The movie
I-
itself doesn't even matter.
I dig that. But
You
again,
know?
if I were like a tween, I would totally enjoy this movie because it
Yeah,
has
I
good
can see
action.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
like tween? Like what's like a tween thing? Like tweens like the stuff that's like popular. Like tweens,
Like, you're
today
not
don't-
allowed
like,
to
they like
watch-
Marvel movies.
You're
and The
not allowed to watch.
Mandalorian.
Your parents don't
Right,
let
they're
you
like
watch
dumb shit.
movies that have blood or gore in it. You know, like I know you would let your kids watch whatever,
Yeah.
Father, but like my parent, like this is a movie that's safe to watch at an age if
Right.
your parents are very strict.
Like at like 12, 13 years old. Like don't most people like at that age like get to
I was
watch-
restricted until I was 15 from watching any violence. And asked Ruben, like I was so like they were so strict about it that when we were little kids, I covered my eyes when in Teen Wolf because that's how strict my parents were about it.
Yeah.
Like so I couldn't even watch like in front of my friends. I covered my eyes.
And then,
I
he
would
meets,
see-
and then he meets me, who watched Halloween when I was 4
What,
years
yeah,
old.
so it was like a
And I'm
weird.
like,
Yeah, so this would be a movie that like when I was
Super
like
Battle.
young that my parents would approve of because it's just there's no blood, there's they do disintegrate people, which is pretty
Oh my
wild, but
God,
it's
that's
like
crazy.
it's done in a very like stylized way, so it's not as like It's unclear if they're traveling back to their time origin. You know, like it's very vague.
Yeah, but when you were young, they made like good movies, like Back to the Future. You
Yes.
could just like watch at that
Yes.
age.
No, and then the movies like faux lightsaber, faux
Yes.
stormtroopers, faux.
It did have that is correct.
And then everything, just the stormtroopers would blow up in this weird, like almost like it
That's
was
the
like
part.
Tron
Okay,
or
that's the
something.
part where the film fails because the things that are derivative are obviously derivative. They're like not even trying to be
The
original.
kid even
with-
makes a joke
with that
about the
stuff.
lightsaber.
Yeah. But again, I don't know if
I-
that's being clever in pop culture. You know, I don't know what they were trying to. Again, I don't understand. If they were trying to be like funny, maybe it didn't read to me. Maybe a younger audience would get the humor more.
Man, if it
Yeah.
wasn't for Cobra Kai, I wouldn't even use Netflix. There is like that streaming service has done like nothing in so long that I've given a shit about. Like
I mean, the last movie that Netflix did that I absolutely loved was The Irishman. Like I was like
never saw it.
Yeah. I was psychotically excited for The Irishman, and I think it's too long. I think Martin Scorsese needs to learn how to cut his movies, but that movie is just fantastic, and I just adore The Irishman so much.
and like Netflix is the most expensive streaming service, and I think it's the one with like
Yeah, man.
the least amount of things that I have any interest in.
No, but
I have a lot of interest in Netflix shows, but it's stuff that you guys would probably think is like crap.
What?
Probably.
Like, Is
what?
It Cake? This new have you guys heard
I
of it?
don't know what
crap.
that is. I don't know, and I don't want to know.
It's
Crap. Come on, what else you got?
no, but that's what I'm saying. That's why I enjoy.
Come on, give me more stuff.
Look, this is It Cake? It's Mikey
Yeah.
Day.
No,
and
Oh
like
my
crap.
God, Mikey Day! I
Good
love
God.
Mikey Day.
Let me just ask: is this show? Is it cake? Is it about like they show you a thing and you have to guess if it's cake or not, and then you cut
Yes.
into it and find out?
yes.
Yes, and so they have like a.
That was the
Idiot.
stupidest
have they
thing I've
done
ever
like a
heard
puppy-
of.
Stupid.
have they done like a puppy face yet?
But
That's
this
a
is the
pinata,
kind of-
or is
but
it a
this-
cake?
look,
oh,
the-
look, that hamburger is a cake.
Oh, it's so stupid. It's so stupid. But actually, hold up. What other?
Man, I'd be
ridiculous
mad
shit
as
do you
hell
watch
if I'd
on
bitten to that
Netflix?
hamburger and it was a cake.
Fuck.
The other show I really like on Netflix is The Circle.
Oh, good God.
Okay, what's that one about?
That one's really. It's good. Do you watch The Circle? Do you know The Circle?
No, on Netflix I watch Star Trek with the little Star Trek that's left on Netflix, which is slowly going to Paramount. That's
There,
fine.
it's true. It's true. There's only a little bit of Star
I've been
Trek left.
watching Knight Rider. I just finished season 1.
Oh yeah, Knight Rider's on. That's right. I forgot that Knight Rider's on there. That's right.
I watched
Shit.
this show where a guy rebuilds cars and makes them cool.
See, like that's. I feel like
what is that- what
Netflix
is that,
shouldn't even
Rick,
bother with like these big budget films.
that's
All
not-
their low
that-
budget.
that's not-
Gotham
No, it
Garage.
No, but it's not. No, but it's not American. I think, but the guy that does it is like blonde and he has long hair and he's a Canadian. Is that the show? or do you
Well,
watch
he's like
other
the
one?
sales guy, the guy who does the actual car stuff, and his team.
Oh, okay.
I can't remember the name of the show, but the garage itself is called Gotham Garage.
Okay, because there's another show about a guy who does the same thing, but he's a Canadian. He has like this lot full of junk cars, and what he does is he picks a junk car from his lot. He
I've
takes
seen
that
that
back
one
to the
too, yeah.
garage, and he rebuilds it. His name is Rick. I don't remember what the name of the show is, but that show is. I like that one.
Kid
better than
Cosmic.
I like
The
that
show
one
I'm
better
talking
than-
about, the guy, he was part of the team that created the Mach 5 for the Wachowski brothers Speed Racer movie. He made like the real live
Oh.
version.
I never saw that Speed Racer. I got to see it. I heard it was good.
It's actually not bad.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Visually, it's impressive. It's incredible what they did with it.
It really got panned by critics, but I think
Yeah, I
I think
heard
it was
it
just
was-
like a little too it was a little too weird and flashy, and they wanted it to like feel like an anime cartoon. So I think that was kind of off-putting to some people. But if you don't mind that, then it's worth trying.
I like PE's comment. Starfleet Boy is saying that when they disintegrate people in this, they do it in a toned down, polite way that his parents would have approved of when he was a kid. See, the thing is like They disintegrate into rainbows. So yeah, I think my parents would have been totally...
It's really weird.
It's
Yeah.
weird. It's like...
I mean, people disintegrated on Star Trek on the
I know,
original
but like
series.
that's
People
like
got
red.
disintegrated all the
You're
time.
like red, or you're like your
No, they
skin
were just like
melts.
glow,
you know,
like blue or green or
oh,
whatever.
that's
then
true.
they would
Back
just,
in
like,
the day, yeah, that's true.
fade away.
See, my parents had no problem with this. I think disintegrations are not as bad.
Or they do the thing where they make a sound effect and then go boom, 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 and then cut and the guys disappear.
Yeah, it's just like
You-
Yeah,
You guys,
no.
I would be happy. I know it's not gonna happen, but I would be really happy if in Strange New Worlds we hear those sounds, like some alien uses.
I want like the old 1960s sound design. I totally
Right,
want
like
that.
I really hope that like when someone presses a button, like they're wearing a watch and they press a button and you hear like "Bow," and like everyone like would love it. I don't think they're gonna do it though. I don't think they'll go that far.
I think they're gonna do some stuff like that. It'll be sprinkled in there.
It'll be
What?
sprinkled. I hope so. I really hope
What?
so.
I
Strange
missed
New
that.
Worlds.
I missed that. What do you guys?
Strange New Worlds having like TOS style sound effects.
But like
Oh,
for
God,
weapons.
Please, no. No.
Yes,
And
yes.
the
No.
theme song has to be Strange New
Oh,
World.
Oh God, please don't do
And
that.
the
No.
ship.
Oh.
That's weird.
It's not gonna have someone singing the name of the song, but what I really need in this
What do you
show
need?
is I'll even be disappointed if they don't do it. I wanted to have Anson Mount doing space.
Yeah, it's
the
an
Final
enterprise.
Frontier.
Oh, he's gonna do that.
They have to do that.
They
He
have
better
to
do that.
do it.
He better.
I
do
can't
that.
wait. That's the thing that I hope they do show us at Star Trek Mission Chicago.
just show us that. Just show us the
Yeah.
intro.
That would be amazing as a treat. Look, here's another cake. It looks like a purse, but it's like
Is it ever not a cake? Is it always a cake?
Well, I mean, when you find the cake, it's really great. You know, like it's like.
When you find the cake,
Is it ever enough?
no truer words have been spoken. When you find the cake, it's great.
It's really great. It's
It's
so
really
great.
great.
I mean, all them pictures you're showing us of this dude cutting shit, it's always a fucking cake. So it's like, it doesn't seem like a very good show to watch.
Do you guys remember Kid Cosmic? We're getting asked from the text message audience.
What? Kid Cosmic? No, what's Kid Cosmic?
I don't even.
I don't know
what
what
Kid,
it is.
Kid Cosmic.
It
is.
sounds
I know what it
familiar,
is.
but I don't know what it is.
Let me see if I
I
can
think I've
pull
heard
it
of it.
up. When is it never cake? Let's see here. It's a 2021 adventure, and
Remember
looks like-
2021? That was just last year.
yeah, it's just last year. What's kids? Is it like on Nickelodeon or something? Oh, it's on Netflix. This is a recommendation of a show that's good on Netflix. Okay, cool. This looks interesting.
It probably isn't.
Oh, and isn't that show I really like on Netflix too? The
Squid Game.
no, I couldn't finish it. I didn't finish Squid Game. What's that show called? With the superhero that keeps getting his ass kicked, like really, and Zachary Quinto plays a robot. We talked about it on Starfleet Boy After Dark extensively.
What, the Umbrella Academy?
No. Father, do you know what I'm talking
That
about?
was on Netflix.
Are you talking about Invincible? Because that's on
Invincible.
Amazon Prime.
Is that on
That's
Netflix?
It's on
Amazon,
Amazon
yeah.
Prime.
Oh, Amazon Prime. That's a good show. I like that show. But this is Kid Cosmic. I'm gonna check this out. This looks cool. I
Okay.
like the animation style on Kid Cosmic. Thank you, text message audience. But none of us have heard of it, so gonna have to check it out. There's also, I think Netflix has like a really gay series called The Q Force or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Which is an animated
Gay is
series.
really trendy these days.
It's finally. I wish it was trendy when I was a damn kid. I wish. It was definitely. I had to like pretend everyone was gay. I had to like imagine everyone was gay in my mind.
Yeah,
That's why I'm always
there's
like,
an entire generation of gay Star Trek fans that pretended that Kirk and Spock were gay.
yeah, totally. I imagined everyone was gay too. I had like gay fantasies about everyone in Star Trek.
I saw a meme of Sarek and Amanda talking to each other, and Sarek says to Amanda, I can confirm that our son's Katra is not with Kirk. And then Amanda says, what about the other boyfriend? And Sark's like, I'm sorry, what? There were 2 boyfriends. You have to go check both of them. Go check the other one.
So McCoy would have been a boyfriend. That's
Yes.
awesome. That's rad. Spock was polyamorous. I love that, actually. That's my new headcanon for Spock. This is that thing, Kid Cosmic, reminds me of Invader Zim, which you can watch on Paramount Plus through the Nickelodeon channel.
Don't know anything
guys-
about that.
You got to watch this. This was a really great show. It was on Nickelodeon.
I like, you know what animated shows I like? Is like the DC animated stuff. Like the Batman from the 90s, the Superman from the 90s, the Justice League show that Bruce Timm made. All of that stuff is great. And that's all on HBO Max.
And what about what about Batman Beyond? That was great too.
Yeah, Batman Beyond was really good.
Actually, I am actually watching Batman Beyond season 1 right now. It's really good.
Oh shit! Netflix has Invader Zim also. In 2019, it must have come back to Netflix. Sorry, Netflix has everything. It
You know what?
That's the other thing they do is they seem to bring everything back, right? Like
You know what?
Netflix loves
you know
to do
what-
that.
You know what other show I really liked when I was a kid? I liked Johnny Bravo.
Oh, that was a good show.
Especially when Johnny Bravo got together with the Scooby Doo gang. That was great.
That
Marcel, you're
era-
not old enough to like have Scooby Doo and stuff, are you?
Yeah, they probably
I
still
grew
show
up with Scooby Doo, man.
Scooby Doo's been on the air
yeah.
for
I grew up with
decades.
I grew up with Scooby Doo, man.
Yeah.
And also, I loved. See, this is how awesome my grandparents were. Like they showed me like old Hanna-Barbera cartoons when I was a kid. I also love the original Johnny Quest TV show from the 60s. That it's also on HBO now.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that stuff's on there.
And I kind of enjoyed a little bit the rebooted version of Johnny Quest that they did in the 2000s.
Oh yeah, like the New Adventures of Johnny Quest,
Yeah.
where Race Bannon had that daughter.
Yep, that's right.
We created a Johnny Quest reboot on the show
Yeah.
one night with me as Haji.
Yeah, no, I was here. You don't remember?
Yeah. No, I do
You
remember.
forget
I was-
everything.
Hey, wow, I forget everything. Jeez, Marcelo.
You forget everything.
Oh,
I'm always here. You forget me.
Starfleet Boy.
I don't forget you.
No, I'm kidding.
We
I
should
love
mention the meetup
kidding.
in Chicago.
Oh yeah,
Saturday,
I was wondering.
April
Yeah, we
9th.
should start promoting that. Going back to Mission Chicago for a second. We're gonna have a meetup. Where's it at, Fathery?
At Arc Bar, which is like right next door to the convention.
And you can remember that by thinking of Arkham Asylum. Arc
It's like
Bar.
ARC. So
ARC.
No.
No, you can't. Okay.
But-
The Arc Bar. That's what we're gonna do. And what day did we decide?
Saturday, April 9th.
After the convention, like
At-
in the
yeah,
evening.
around 7:30 p.m.
Yeah, we'll promote it on Twitter and stuff too. But yeah, spread the word, folks. That's gonna be an official TQIF Saturday edition meetup over because now we have, since Marcel is part of TQF, it's like a huge thing now. But you won't be there, Marcel. I'll represent
Well,
you.
it's also going to be Truck on the Tube.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
which
he's
he's a part of
there too?
TQIF if you want. You know, TQIF is open source. It's fine. It's not a closed thing, right, Fathery?
But if we add one more person to our lineup, we're gonna our block is gonna be starting like too early. I think.
I think it should be like everyone can TQIF if they want to. I want it to be very like you can TQIF if you want to. You can leave your whatever behind.
Yeah.
TQIF. But anyways, that's gonna be fun. We're gonna meet up at the Arc next to the McCormick. The McCark.
The McCark.
I'm excited, man, about Mission Chicago. What was I going to say? The text message audience says, oh, that Invader Zim was from the Invader Zim movie. And then Rocco's Modern Life is also, the movie's also on Netflix.
That's cool.
You can watch Rocco's Modern Life on Paramount Plus.
Paramount Plus, too. You have MTV on Paramount Plus
Yeah,
as
there's
well?
MTV shit on there. There's Comedy Central
got-
shit. There's Nickelodeon shit. You can watch Aeon Flux. You can watch
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Rugrats.
That's right. And also, you can watch a Celebrity Deathmatch, the claymation show.
Yeah,
from
Celebrity
That's right.
Deathmatch.
so good.
That is so good.
Um,
Are you guys caught up
also,
with Superman and Lois?
No.
I am. I don't know if
I'm-
Father is. I don't think
I
he
am.
is.
I'm not.
Dang. Where'd
I've
you leave
been-
off, Fathery?
I was good until like I went on the cruise and haven't been caught up since then. So I
Oh,
think
you're
now
far
I'm,
behind. You're
I'm
way
like
behind.
4 episodes behind.
Never mind. I won't catch you up then. We'll wait. We'll wait till Fathery. All I gotta say is that I'm still enjoying Superman and Lois immensely. It's such a great fucking Superman show. But I have to admit I haven't been tweeting about it as much as I should, because Star Trek kind of has taken over my life.
Yeah.
So it's a little hard. I'm like a
Is
little obsessed.
Starfleet Boy, the Twitter account Starfleet Boy, is that not just like exclusively Star Trek?
I sprinkle other things in, and I'm glad I did because I gave a huge like shout out to the actor who plays Jonathan. I can't remember his name is Jordan, actually, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that's right. I remember that. It's confusing.
And he totally liked it, and so did Tyler Hecklin, I think. So I was very happy
Well,
about
that's
that.
cool.
I fanboyed a little bit, but no, great performances. I mean, the show oddly like all the big stuff is still really intriguing, but the stuff that's so compelling is just the stuff that's not like superhero stuff. It's such a great fucking drama. It's like it's good. It's really really good.
Nice. I only tweet about Star Trek, and I only follow people who have Star Trek in their description. And then, like, when I see a tweet that's, like, not Star Trek related, I mute that account.
so have you muted me?
Oh,
Because I don't.
Oh,
tweet
then
about
maybe
Star
you
Trek
muted
all-
me. Did you ever mute me?
I haven't muted you,
Oh, okay.
Starfleet Boy.
You're like,
I'm
I have
so-
to keep an eye on
I don't
you,
know. I don't see
Starfleet.
many of tweets from Marcelo.
No,
I
I
think
mean,
I've seen them before.
Yeah, I like 99% of the stuff that I tweet is Star Trek related, but there are a couple times where I tweet out my personal podcast, my JJ podcast, all my videos that I do. But sometimes I tweet about stuff that isn't Star Trek, but that's like few and far between.
Yeah, maybe the algorithms know not to show that to me.
Yeah, maybe not.
The
you follow
algorithm's
me, you
so
still have
weird.
me.
The stuff that I see is really weird.
No, but like
There's a
like
show. Oh, go ahead. Sorry,
I'm,
Marcel.
I'm sorry. My Twitter feed is like it's such a happy place because, like my Twitter feed is like 99% Star Trek stuff. I don't see like any other. It's so cool that I've sort of, curtailed my feed to be a place of positivity when it comes to Star Trek. Sorry, I cut you off there.
PE says 1 week from today, the MCU movie Morbius will be coming out.
Except it's not MCU. It's gonna be
No,
well, I guess
it's
it's
not.
still in that big multiverse, but it's
It's a
it's not
Sony
MCU.
film,
it's
right?
made by it's a Sony. It's like
It's
Venom.
Sony.
It's like its own little side thing. I think
There
it's
is
in
an-
the Venom verse.
There is another MCU thing coming out like really soon, which is
Doctor Strange is coming out in May.
No, but like isn't Moon Knight?
Yeah,
Yes,
that'll be
yeah,
that'll
Moon
be
Knight's
streaming soon. The Moon Knight show.
And what is that? I don't know anything about Moon Knight. I feel like that's like a character that seems to have a lot of like.
Yeah, that's a superhero with multiple personality disorder.
Yeah.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
He has a different personality for every writer who's ever written that character.
Yep.
Writes them differently.
That's right.
And how? So is that right? Okay, interesting.
He's kind of like sometimes he's kind of like Marvel's Batman though. He's actually has like supernatural abilities from like the Egyptian gods. He's got like the spirit of the moon or some
Yep.
shit. But
And the moon god, yeah.
yeah, he
What is that god called? Do you remember in the Egyptian? Like 'cause
Because
there's Ra, which
kind
is
of like a rich guy, but he has the powers. So
yeah. I forgot his real. It's something Spectre.
No,
is his-
Mark Spector.
Mark Spector.
you
He's
can
going to be
rely on
played
your
by
old
by
man's
Poe
money.
Dameron. What's that?
Who's
dude?
it?
Oscar Isaacs.
By the way, Oscar Isaacs is like a representative of Kendall in Miami, Florida. He grew up here in Miami, Florida. I actually know stories about Oscar Isaacs because friends of mine were friends with him and worked with him
Kendall?
when he worked at a hospital. So it's kind of cool. He's like a hometown person who went on to do big things. It's pretty crazy. Did you guys know that?
Then-
Did you know that
I
Oscar
didn't
Isaacs is
know
like a
that.
Miami person?
Yeah, he worked in. I mean, I didn't know him, but he worked. I know people who worked with him in the theater circles that I worked in.
I know he was born in Guatemala. I think Guatemala City. In Guatemala, is there a Guatemala City, or did I make that up?
I think there might be Guatemala City. Let's
I
see.
know
There's a Mexico
there's
City.
a,
I don't know.
Panama City and a Mexico
Yeah.
City. But anyways, I knew he was born there. I didn't know he lived in Miami after that. I didn't know where he lived in the States.
Yeah, there's legit a Guatemala City. So yeah,
Okay.
Guatemala.
think that's where he
I
was
love
born.
Guatemala. The way it sounds.
And then they're gonna do She-Hulk in the summer, and then the Ms. Marvel show later in the year, and the Marvels movie. And then
with Brie. Yeah.
yeah, what else? What else is coming up after Doctor Strange? I feel like there's another movie this year.
There's something else coming, but I can't remember what the hell it is.
This is the TV version of the Moon Knight,
Yeah.
which I like. I like this costume. I think it's cool.
No, actually, the way that
Is he like a mummy, like a mummy
Yeah, no,
superhero?
no, actually, the way
Huh?
that the way that the suit comes on him, it looks like mummy wrappings when he first summons the suit. It's really cool.
Oh, so it appears like it. What does it do when it's not with him? Like, does it fly away or something? Is it like Doctor
it's-
Strange's cape?
The suit.
It magically dwindles down into his cock ring.
Yeah, well, yeah. No, but the suit is a part of him. So when he calls the suit comes out of him.
Yeah, baby.
But this is really intricate. Like,
It's
he has
like
all
he
these
thrusts- He thrusts his pelvis forward. He's like, ah!
Oh, shut up.
It's interesting. Look, he's got like these moon blades.
He has like a
and then-
moon blade.
and there's also moon blades in his costume.
He
it looks like
he can throw his moon blade at evildoers.
Take that, bad guy.
Damn, Ruben.
Fuck.
What are you saying about the Moon Knight here, huh?
Oh.
Like, what's going on there?
Ruben, you're gonna ruin my experience with Moon Knight. Now every time I see Moon Knight, I'm gonna hear your voice.
No, he looks cool though. I'll give it.
Suck.
He looks cool.
Is he the first Latino superhero in the Marvel Cinematic Universe?
I believe so.
So the character is also Latino or Hispanic?
No, but
No,
not.
Mar-
He's a
Latinx.
white dude in the comic, but
yeah, Oscar Isaac is.
Is this also?
that,
or is
that's
this
also
yeah,
Moon
that's,
Knight.
That's no, that's actually Mr. Knight.
what's
that's-
that? What's
It's like his
no
another
no, that-
personality.
That's another
Oh.
personality. It's Mr. Knight. Yeah.
interesting? This is gonna be a wild show. Is it gonna be like? It might be similar in tone to that show with Professor X's son,
Legion?
right? What was it? Legion, right? Do you think it might go there? in
No,
those directions?
no. It's gonna actually no. Legion actually, after watching just one episode, I wanted to take my head and put it through a stained glass window. This is not gonna make me do that.
Specific. That's very specific. A stained glass
Glass
window.
window. I was like, fuck. I couldn't stand that.
Because like that would hurt even more, Marcelo, because of the iron in
Yeah, I
between the
know,
glass.
it's a
Like I
glass
feel like that'd be
window.
like worse than an actual just a glass window.
Oh my god, I couldn't stand that show. Ruben, I wish I would have known you back then because I would have.
But Ethan Hawke seems to be in this show. I didn't realize that either.
No, I didn't
No,
know
he's
that.
he's a villain.
I don't know. I don't watch trailers for Marvel stuff anymore, so I never know like what actors are in what, other than like the.
Father, did you
The big
finally
ones.
watch the Obi-Wan trailer? Or are you still being?
I'm not going to.
You're not gonna do it.
He
Wow.
won't do it. He won't do it. It doesn't matter what we say. Like.
By the way,
if I-
thank you for that tip. I don't know why I was pretty drunk, but I don't know why, but that was like such a glorious moment for this channel for some reason to be able to play the Obi-Wan trailer, and I was like such a fan. I was like, ah, like I was going crazy on that. It was like really funny.
Oh, but
Yeah. That's why I make fun of Star Wars fans.
No, did they copyright it or did they?
No,
did they let it go?
Disney totally allowed it. I gotta give mad props to Disney for not not being sticklers and letting people
Yeah.
react. That's cool.
Disney is a much more evil company, but they're much more savvy with stuff like that.
That's like
They're
it's true.
evil.
That's it's true. It's true. That is a
They're
good
evil.
point.
They're pretty bad.
Yeah, they're pretty bad.
They weren't always. Maybe they were always.
Man,
I
I
don't know.
gotta get some popcorn.
You gotta get some popcorn.
Yeah, so that's what I'm telling you. We're gonna get,
Great.
I'll be back.
All right.
I like that Marcelo. I like that he eats popcorn all the time. 'Cause he's like,
Yeah.
he's like the ultimate movie fanatic. So much that like he's always eating popcorn.
Yes, I am. Thank you, Father. I'll be back.
Ruben, what else? What else have you? Where have your adventures gone in the last couple weeks? Because we haven't had you on Starfleet Boy After Dark. I thought I scared you away.
You banned me for 2 weeks.
No, I swear I didn't ban you. I sent you
Wait a-
invites every
Wait a
week.
minute. Wait a minute. Before I go, I need to know what happened, Ruben. Like, did you? fall
He
into
has
dark
a
hole?
life. Ruben has a fucking life. He was out to. He said the other day, he's like, I was hanging out with Shaka doing virtual reality till like 2 a.m. or
Oh
something
yeah, I
like
tried
that.
the Oculus Rift. For
The
first
Oculus
time.
Rift, and then
yeah,
where
he
were
did
you? You
say
said
that.
I was out. I was like, "What do you mean you were out? What are you doing out on a Friday?
what
It's
were you doing?
dangerous.
Come on,
Don't go
what
out.
the-
There's spring breakers shooting people in Miami.
Out
Stay
on a
home.
Friday?
Yeah, like don't go out.
You know, getting my OnlyFans page up and running. Let's see. Recently, I watched the Halo thing. I watched Scream 5 finally.
Oh, I haven't
Oh,
seen
God.
that. Still.
No.
That
Oh my
was
God.
sad.
That was
I
really
watched.
sad.
What was it? I watched something else recently.
I gotta go.
Oh damn! What did I watch recently? Was it on Paramount? Oh, I watched Bill and Ted Face the Music. That was sad. Been rewatching Buffy. I'm on season 4. I'm on season 4 of.
Season 4 is the weird season, but it's not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad, but it's weird. Yeah, they introduced the initiative. They, Spike gets the chip thing. Yeah, so
Willow gets gay.
Yeah,
Oz
well, no,
leaves.
yeah, Oz, yeah. The werewolves disappear from the show. Basically, they just write werewolves off the show almost entirely, which I never understood. They never did enough with Oz.
Adam was a weird villain.
I thought I watched this week. Yeah, I don't know. Their Frankenstein villain. Been playing Dragon Quest 11, which is amazing.
Oh, are you playing that other game that everyone's playing?
Probably not.
No, do you know what
Elden
I'm talking?
Ring.
What is it called? Yeah, Elden Ring.
No, I would be if I could.
Oh, why can't you play it?
It ain't on
Because
Game
it's
Pass.
not on any of those games streaming systems I use.
Oh, gotcha.
So,
But it looks good to you. You like the concept.
oh, I'd
or
be
whatever.
playing that shit in a heartbeat.
Really?
That game looks amazing.
People are saying it's really hard though.
Yeah, it's a Dark Souls game.
What's Dark Souls? That's another.
Dark Souls is a game that basically has like super realistic combat where, realistic in the sense that you're fighting gigantic monsters and stuff. So when they hit you once or twice, you're dead.
Oh, okay.
So
So
you gotta be
it's
very
tough
defensive.
that it.
Yeah, you gotta be
okay.
very defensive. You gotta be
Yeah.
patient.
You can't just be like a button masher. You have to
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
use strategy
It
and
punishes you, yeah.
block and
Interesting.
know when to strike.
You got to learn enemy patterns. You got to understand when the best time to hit is, stuff like that.
Is it
Dragon-
going to come to whatever you use?
Probably
right?
not,
Oh no.
because Bandai Namco used to be on GeForce, but then they're not anymore. Because that's where I used to play Dark Souls, and then I haven't seen any of their games on Stadia. So those are the two ones I use primarily. If you're an
Oh,
Amazon
yeah.
Prime user, you can use Amazon Luna. You get 5 games free, 4 or 5 games free, and you can just play them through Amazon for your Prime account.
Is that included with Prime, or is that something you have to get extra?
Like
It is?
3 games are with Prime.
Oh wow.
If you want to play more games, you have to pay extra.
Oh wow. PE says the Mrs. Marvel trailer was amazing. I loved it so much, but I think that was mainly because of the Weeknd song that they used in it. I haven't seen the Mrs. Marvel trailer. I gotta watch.
I
Ms.
heard
Marvel,
they
Ms.
changed her
Marvel.
power from what it is in the comics. They made it pretty different.
What is her power in the comics?
She calls it like the power to embiggen, where she can like stretch her body or like make like her fist get really big, or like grow really tall, or like stretch out like Mr. Fantastic. It's kind of a weird power.
And then what is it in the? What do you hear? It's in the trailer. Or what
She
is
like
it?
shoots like energy blasts out of
Oh,
her hands.
like Captain Marvel.
Yeah, I guess. I don't. I mean, I didn't watch the trailer for that either.
I guess embiggen is too weird for TV audiences these days.
Yeah. I mean, it was supposed to be kind of weird in the. I've read some of the comics with Kamala Khan, and they're definitely good. The thing about her is that she is like a fangirl of the Marvel universe. Like she like looks up to all these heroes. Captain Marvel is her favorite. She's like oh my god, Spider-Man seems so cool. I wonder who he's dating. She's like, oh wow, this is like Captain America's shield. Look at how cool. Like she's like a Marvel fan who exists within the Marvel universe basically, and gets powers.
That makes sense because those people would have fans, right?
Yeah. I think that's but it also makes it relatable to the real world.
Yeah,
and a little self-aware, but.
Blue is asking, I don't get the time travel stuff in Picard. Can you guys go over it? Why doesn't Guinan remember Picard, and how come the whole stuff still happens?
I'm so glad you asked, Blue, because we talked about that extensively
on Text Track,
back on Text Track. But
as a little quick primer, it's really easy, in my opinion, to comprehend if you think about it from this perspective, which is because whatever Q did in the past, and I think I'm starting to figure it out a little bit more with the latest episode, but whatever Q did to change the past, you just have to think of it this way: since it changed the future, like it altered the future to this like timeline that we saw where Captain Picard was on, the general of the world raiser, on all this stuff. Because those things like the Enterprise D and stuff like that don't exist anymore, that means that they never went back in time to meet Guinan.
David Mack posted he made
that was a really
schematics
succinct and good way to like talk about it. Can you pull up? Let me find that tweet. I have it here. That was actually really good. Let me see.
Or did he tweet it also? I saw it on Facebook.
Oh, maybe the Facebook is better because tweets you have to limit how you like what you say, and on Facebook you can do an actual thing. But I saw his thing on Facebook and I thought it was quite well put. And also our friend Matt did a really good job at explaining it, I thought, as well. Like he pretty much answered the way, like even more articulate than I would have answered it actually. So check out Juzel_Ricks on Twitter, and he loves all the timey-wimey stuff. Naturally, no one gets it right 100% of the time because we all have to remember that, like, in actuality, like physicists don't even agree on time travel theories. Like, there's like a million of those. We got a share screen. What's going on here, Father?
So this is the schematic that David Mack made to explain it. But yeah, basically,
what are we explaining? What's going on here?
People aren't getting the timey-wimey stuff in Star Trek Picard. Like they're confused. Some people.
So
not everyone.
This is our unaltered timeline. This is like the normal Star Trek timeline, where this is 2024 here, the point of divergence. So here is the alternate timeline, which you can see like things are parallel all the way until we get to the point of divergence, and then here, we get the Confederation timeline we saw in Picard Season 2, Episode 2. So here is La Sirena travels back in time from this altered timeline to this point of the divergence, but they're still on this red altered timeline, not the blue unaltered timeline. So the previous encounter between Picard and Guinan only occurred on this the blue unaltered timeline and not on this red altered timeline. If that makes sense. Can
you go back one real quick? I want to also answer something. I don't know if Blue has this question too. No, maybe go back to maybe it was the one with the Lost Serenity. Here we go. So Adam on this thread says, so how did the punk remember Spock neck pinched him? I think it's a real wild assumption that they're thinking because to me it just looks like he's adjusting his collar.
Oh, I
like
think
not,
he totally remembered. I think that was that
But-
was intended.
But Terry Metalis said that it could be an echo of the previous timeline that he's remembering. Like he didn't necessarily experience it. And I personally don't even think the probe might have come and it would have been handled differently. Like it could have been handled completely differently. Like it doesn't even have to be that Spock and Kirk went back in time. It could have been a different group of people, or.
But I like that idea that it was Kirk and Spock.
I know, but like
because you would still need Spock to do the time warp calculations.
Yeah. I heard you guys were spot on about that, but I'm saying it doesn't even have to be that. Like it could be a number of things that happen. You know, like. But anyways, carry on with the explanation there. Oh, whoa, wow. This is great.
Yeah, he goes way off into a bunch of weird details here, but...
And there's squiggly waves. I love the waves here.
But yeah, that was from David Mack.
No time travel in any show is going to be logical because time travel.
That's not true. I've seen people do it right.
We'll do it in a way that makes.
Back to the Future did it right.
I feel like
But
Star
Back
Trek
to the
Picard's
Future,
doing it right.
Like the
mean,
thing
what
is
is
you have to
doing
like
it right,
establish
though?
your own rules and then
I
stick
don't
by the
understand
rules.
what doing it right entails, since time travel is in no
I think
way
what
or
Father's
shape
trying
or
to say is
form-
where the audience doesn't come away with like so much confusion.
Yeah, like that's the key thing is like establish your own rules, like how it works, what happens, and then stick to the rules that you make.
Right.
You're right. Not everyone does that. I mean, like Back to the Future, like it doesn't make any sense that like you go back and like stop your parents from getting married, and then like you and your siblings like one by one fade away on this Polaroid picture you have. But you explain that's how it works anyways to the audience, and then like at least the audience like understands. So that's the key thing. The thing is that Star Trek has like a variety of time travel stories, so it works differently. You know, like if you time travel by going around the sun, I guess it works differently than if you time travel with red matter or whatever. But, or the Cosmo, the guy at the coffee shop who created that alternate timeline for Harry Kilm, you know, that's going to be different than like when Q created an alternate timeline and All Good Things. So it's, that's
since I didn't watch the rest of Picard season 2 so far, I know doesn't Q at the end of episode 1 take Picard into some alternate timeline
yeah,
of his own making,
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
this-
exactly
and
what
then
happens.
they time
Yeah.
travel within that timeline.
Right.
That's what's going on.
Right.
Right, to try to stop it from forming.
To the point of divergence. They time travel to where the timeline got created. Like Q didn't go back to primordial Earth. He went back to a specific point and changed something.
On April 15th, 2024. That's like the Judgment Day. That's like the
That's where he goes back and changes something. So that's where they're
or
trying
doesn't
to fix
change
something.
something. We don't really know. We don't
Oh,
really
yeah,
know
we
what
don't
Q's
really know.
motives
Yeah,
are
it's true.
exactly.
Although, by the way, I'm very pleased with the homage to our beloved Rene Picard in this episode, which I didn't catch when I watched it. But apparently she's named in the credits. So we have a Picard ancestor in the show, which is very interesting. It's going to put a new twist on things.
Really? I didn't.
Her
catch
name
that.
is Renee, which is awesome
Yeah,
because they killed
the
Renee and I hated that.
Blonde woman at the end of the episode is Renee
Yeah.
Picard.
She's reading Dixon Hill, which is funny.
And drinking tea.
Yep,
You think it's all gray that she's drinking?
probably.
I don't know. I think that's weird. Like
It'd be funny if she's like, tea. I like Darjeeling tea hot or cold.
That's a
Darjeeling
little too
tea.
wink wink for me.
I love it. I think, but you know, it kind of fits with the. I feel like that's gonna come with if Terry Metalis is doing 12 Monkeys and he had Leah Thompson. There's a lot of like influence. I feel like from those. Those are good.
He's
time
obsessed
travel.
with time travel.
Yeah, time travel.
Wow.
Movies,
Like me,
so,
like he's a big time travel fan.
Mhm.
I think he actually has a Back to the Future customized DeLorean.
He does. It does.
That's
he-
kind of awesome.
He loves Star Trek 4. What's this? PE says that Guinan in the new episode doesn't match with Guinan. We saw that. Yeah, well, that was the thing that Terry Metalis said, was that she is sick with like the time sickness within this episode. But yeah, she doesn't have the same reaction as yesterday's Enterprise, where she's like, something's not quite right here. I don't know. Maybe this younger Guinan isn't as in tune as older Guinan.
It could be a condition or a ability that develops with age, which would make sense if it's a temporal thing. It would probably get stronger as you have more temporal baggage, so to speak.
Yeah, just something that develops more. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I like that they gave the Borg Queen that El-Orion ability, because they established that the first appearance of the Borg way back in season 2 of Next Generation, the episode Q Who, they're Guidance says, oh yeah, like the Borg, like they decimated my people. So they assimilated a shitload of El-Orion. So yeah, they should be able to have that ability, or at least like the Queen should have that ability.
Yeah, and you haven't seen the clip for next week, right?
No, I don't watch those. I watch
All
the
right,
Ready Room right up until they show the clip, and then I turn it
And then
off.
you don't watch it? Well, then we won't talk about it, but there's going to be something really interesting happening next week with the Borg Queen. I'm very excited about that.
But I love the stuff they did with the Queen in this last episode. I think it for the first time, I feel like the Borg Queen lives up to how she was in First Contact.
Fun will now come in, says there has been considerate debate on this topic. Many people mention that the events of Time's Arrow never happened, which is why Guinan does not remember Picard.
Right.
Yes, that's correct.
But I think what PE is saying is that if that's the case, then she should be able to detect that time has been altered. And Terry Metalis says, like, oh yeah, like she's definitely impacted by that. That's part of her.
And
why
when
she's
he
so
says his
disturbed.
name, it does kind of snap her into something. She kind of like, she knows right away, like, oh,
the name
like,
carries
okay,
some immediate weight.
wait, yeah. So it's not necessarily
That could be her awareness of the other
Yeah.
timeline.
of the other timeline.
But
and
we
meaning
can
Picard.
agree, like, we can try to like figure this stuff out, and we have like the writer of the show like helping us on Twitter and shit, like helping explain this stuff. But it would be better if it was just clear within the context of the episode. That would have been ideal.
What do you guys think is the best use of time travel within Star Trek?
I mean, they've done it so good so many times.
But what's like your favorite interpretation?
Star Trek
of
4 is a
time travel?
hard one to beat. Maybe Trials and Tribulation. That's a
Okay.
great one. I like some of the ideas of just like like temporal anomaly type stuff, like things like cause and effect, or magic to make the sanest man go mad, or time squared, or on Voyager, what was it, like Shattered or Ruptured or whatever, where like Chakotay is going through like different decks of the ship, but they're like in different times.
Time period.
I like the
Relativity.
Yeah, I like the way All Good Things did it.
Oh, try guys.
Talking about like making things like clear.
Yeah, yesterday's Enterprise is a good one.
Mm-hmm.
But that's why I always defend time travel in Star Trek. Like a lot of people are just like, I'm done with time travel. We've done it too much. I don't like it. It never makes sense. But I mean, like, I've gone through this rant before, but just entertain me. Like, what does everyone say is the best episode of the original series?
That would be City on the Edge of
City
Forever.
on the Edge of Forever. Time
episode.
travel. What's everyone say is the best episode of the animated series? It's Yesteryear. We go see like Spock's childhood. Next Generation. A lot of people say Yesterday's Enterprise. Deep Space Nine. You have Trials and Tribulations,
Yep.
and Past Tense, and then
Well, I mean, can we though like parse, because like I don't see the Yesterday's Enterprise as a time travel episode. That's a time anomaly episode.
yeah, but the Enterprise C still is like going into the future and goes back
Oh yeah,
in time.
and goes back into its own time.
Yeah, but I kind of lump them together but you're right.
Yeah.
There is a distinction. There's a
I don't
distinction.
like the episodes where they literally go back in time and like generally. I mean, they're okay. I don't hate them, but I prefer episodes like Yesterday's Enterprise.
Or the one with Frasier. What's it called? where it's a time loop.
Cause and
Like,
effect.
Yeah,
Cause and effect.
Or Timeless, the Voyager episode, Timeless. A lot of
Right.
people consider that the best Voyager episode.
You know, I
Timeless-
kind of like the Voyager episode with
Timeless is actually the 100th episode of Voyager, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
what's his name? The dad from the '70s show,
Oh, Year of Hell.
Year of Hell, where he
Yeah.
keeps rewriting history.
Yeah. You're right. That's like a little more like the time anomaly side. But yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
you're dealing with some of the same stuff.
Although I do like Star Trek 4, but Star Trek 4 is very straightforward.
Yeah.
Hey, we need to go back in time to do this one thing, and it's
Or-
not. It doesn't convolute the story with, oh my God, don't kick that dog because that dog doesn't bite Steve Jobs. Computers are never invented, you know. And then I guess
stepping on butterflies.
Yeah. It's all
What does
My
everyone consider
time
the
travel
best?
series is the best one in Star Trek.
Admiral.
Yes.
Shut up.
Admiral, let me.
Marcelo, do not disrespect me, you bullshit person. Get out of my face.
person.
Damn,
Yes.
Admiral.
Yes. Anyways, sorry.
You're not taking any shit
It's-
today.
It's my advanced aeromotic syndrome. He has been on
I
the
thought they
ship.
fixed that. I thought
No,
they.
I'm
they
the
Literally,
Picard.
they upgraded you to Picard 2.0.
No, I'm before him.
Admiral 2.0.
I haven't died yet. I'm cranky aeromotic Picard.
well,
Picard.
Admiral,
kind
let me
of
ask
Picard?
you, what do people consider out of your movies, out of like the movies that you
First Contact. Time
Yes.
travel.
Yes, it's
Best
considered
Star
the best.
Trek. Yes. That was my favorite personal mission, actually. I had really good guns. Not the kind you shoot, but the kind that are attached to your
The kind that-
shoulders.
The kind that you climb up on hoses and engineering and swing
That's
around
right.
like Tarzan.
I made the ball queen hard.
Whoa. Whoa.
You snapped her neck. You snapped her robot neck and
I
murdered
did. I did. That bitch was killing my vibe. I had to. But yes, that is the best. Anyways, I'll hand you back to Starfleet now.
her. Well, that was interesting.
That was cranky Picard. I'm sorry, I have no control of which Picard appears. He was time traveling from First Contact.
Now, tomorrow, will there be a TOS stream?
There will, and we're doing a really cool episode that I hadn't.
Is it a really
remembered
cool
much
episode?
About. I like it. I thought it was really cool.
Okay,
What is
I kind of
Tomorrow's the
wanna-
impact, right?
Yeah, tomorrow's
yeah I kind of want to watch it tonight, but like I know I'll fall asleep watching it. That somehow that episode feels almost as long as the 843-hour long Batman movie.
You really do like
I'll
the
reserve
Batman
my
movie, huh?
comments for tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll save it for tomorrow. It's true.
So wait a minute. So hold up. Are you guys gonna do the anime series next, or? are you
Yes.
guys
Yeah.
gonna- Okay.
Which is my my third favorite Star Trek series of all time.
When
And
you
maybe
guys
we-
do,
Depending
guys-
on
when you guys do Enterprise, you guys gotta call me because I love Enterprise.
that's gonna be a while, Marcelo. I feel
I
like
know,
that might
it's-
be the
I know.
last show. that I
Enterprise
do.
is my
That's
least favorite.
2032.
Yeah,
Enterprise is my least favorite Star Trek series of all time.
Oh man.
like you, Marcelo. I'm on a 16-year journey as well, almost. I think. Right?
No,
Like,
you got a 6-year head start?
I have a 6-year
Yeah,
head start, so I only have
6-year
10 more years to go.
Dude.
Well, that's just to get caught up with. Oh, but you're covering all the new stuff also
Yeah, at
simultaneously.
the same time.
Yeah, so in
it's,
10 years you'll be done.
I'll be done in 10 years. Yeah.
Or no, wait, it won't even take you that long because you've already covered some of the news. So let me think. So yeah, I think you only have 8 years if I did the math right.
Oh, okay. That's not bad. I feel like
Yeah, so you're almost halfway there.
We're halfway there.
You still need to do the Next Generation movies too. You haven't done those, or the Kelvin movies.
Yeah, I want to do them like proper, so I'm gonna wait to do those. You're in on those, right? You want to be on those discussions,
Yeah.
maybe? Cool.
Maybe
all right,
like
sweet.
whenever we eventually get to the next Star Trek movie, you could start doing them to like count down to just start
Love
like
a
do like
countdown.
Generations, First Contact, Insurrection, Nemesis, 09, Into Darkness, Beyond, and then boom, and then
Legit,
have-
and you know,
have the new one.
actually, my channel started when Beyond came out, so there's actually a Beyond, like a reaction video.
oh, okay.
Really?
I think so. Hold on, let me
I
check.
think so.
I started I think that's right. Because, I started my content around the same time. I started my content just like a couple of months after that movie came out. Like, it wasn't even out on Blu-ray yet when I started Text
I think,
Trek.
yeah, you get my fresh movie reaction. Yep, here it is. July
Play
27th.
that. Let's see a snippet of your Beyond reaction.
The third one, right?
Yeah, the third one.
2016.
Let me pull this up here. All right. And we'll go full screen here. And
Oh my God, you're so young. What the hell
Another
happened,
exciting
man?
episode
been a
of
rough 6
Starfleet Boy, where
years.
we have a casual and informal
this is my apartment in
discussion
Seattle.
about our favorite
You look like you're like 25.
show, movie
Thank you.
series, Star Trek. And today I'm
I was in
joined
my
by
30s.
my esteemed colleague,
Here's the doctor.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello, Doctor.
Oh, this is so sad.
good
He
to
had
see
his
you.
he had
And
his
we're
Bell's
going to be
palsy
talking about
at the
Star
time.
Trek Beyond. We're a little bit late in our discussion about Star Trek Beyond, but a few things occurred.
Is
The
that a
Doctor was
Union
on an
Jack?
excursion.
Yeah, that
And
is a Union Jack. And then
unfortunately,
an American,
he
American
was,
Old
he's
Glory,
been
and I had a
plagued
German
by
flag too.
What's that blinking light?
Aldebaran palsy.
Where do you see it? Oh,
Yeah.
in Seattle,
Do
it's
you
still
want to take a
daytime, and I
minute?
think
and,
that's sunlight
do you
coming
mind
in
if I
through
tell
the
everyone
trees.
what's going on?
Oh.
Is that okay?
Sure, go ahead. Go ahead.
So there's a thing that it's not uncommon, and
Let's
it's
see
not,
what we gave. What rating? Let's skip to the end.
Felt-
I already know
Well,
what
he
rating you
doesn't
gave
make
it,
it
motherfucker.
I'll-
I know the exact fucking rating you gave it.
because he didn't make it to, like, so in Star Trek, Kelvin 1,
Let me see.
villain makes it to Earth. We have the scene where the drill is drilling in next to the dangerously close to the Golden Gate Bridge. Star Trek 2, you have a rehash of an old villain. You have Khan, which okay,
I agree with you 100%.
yeah, totally, rehashed. And you have another scene on Earth at Starfleet headquarters where a ship actually crashes into San Francisco and causes a lot of destruction, right? So,
And here we have the Franklin crashing into the Yorktown.
right,
I
but
don't know
it's,
what point we're trying to make here.
yeah, it
and
looks
it's,
like,
Live. And there's water again.
but it's nowhere near the amount of destruction that we saw in the
Oh,
other
I was
two.
complaining
It
about
also
destruction.
isn't
Look,
Earth.
Ruben, you should be happy.
And like they're foiled pretty easily. Like, I think the movie was original in that it didn't end in the way that you would expect it to. Where what you expect from these Kelvin movies is this like gigantic scale of destruction. Like, I honestly thought the Yorktown station was a goner. Like, I was like, okay, here we go. We're about to see like this like beautiful bubble snow globe station. Like, I bet the glass is going to shatter and
Are
all
you
the
mad
men
it didn't get
get sucked out
destroyed?
into space.
I was like
some
glad.
massive amount of destruction. And then when you think about the amount of destruction that actually occurred, it's extremely light. The only thing that really is impactful is the Enterprise's destruction. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's not like it's not
I
the
was
same as
defending,
before. It's definitely not the same as the other two. So
The film
that's
has
what I
been
kind
better
of was
than the other two, I
touching at.
guess,
And maybe my
in a way, with the
use of
destruction.
original is incorrect, but I definitely think that it's different. It's on a different
What's
note.
my rating?
And
I don't know if
liked
I even
it.
gave
I liked
ratings
that
back
it wasn't
then.
just crazy.
I did love how the Franklin was going through the. I just loved those
Tubes.
tubes that the ship pass through, and
Yeah.
the Franklin's going under it, and this guy's above it, and I just love to think that adrenaline
Where's
keeps you
their
going.
Rating.
And I think on reviewing, it will hold up. I think. I mean, obviously, I've only seen it once,
Mhm.
but I came away with a very good impression of the movie. So I
poor
could,
doctor, he had the
7.
Bell's palsy, but he
7 is
insisted on
gonna-
coming on.
Nice. Holding at a 7, Captain.
Oh, he gave it a
Warp
7.
7, Captain.
engage.
Indeed. Well, I really appreciate, despite your
Oh,
condition,
my rating
you
was
coming on the
before.
show, and I appreciate 7, Captain.
7 is 3, but I can't hold up.
Did I
I
give my
think,
rating?
absolutely-
yeah.
If you're
And they're
watching
very-
us live
yeah,
tonight,
great
tell us
action.
in the chat what
And
you
that's the
predict
highlight of-
Starfleet
As
Boy's
often
score will be.
What my rating would have been?
It's different. It's on a different original. So
I don't-
that's what I kind of was touching. The Enterprises that
I don't know what my rating
in
was.
the way that you would expect.
All right.
Easily, like I think the
We're not gonna bore the audience with that, but I probably gave it a 10. I'll go back and find it. What do you? So you think it's a 10 that I
The
gave? that
very
rating?
first Starfleet Boy video I stumbled across on YouTube was shortly I think, well, it was around that same time as that, but it was the Schizoid Man.
Did I give that one a 10?
I don't know what you gave it,
Oh,
but
okay. But that's funny.
I know you were talking about what's her name, the Vulcan Dr. Talar, yeah,
Oh, yeah, Dr. Salah.
or Solar. I'm sorry, Dr.
Yeah.
Solar. Yeah, and you were saying that you really liked that character in all the episodes she's in. And then
Which is
Humbert
like
was
3
like,
episodes,
"This is
right?
the only episode she's ever like actually shown up in," and you were like, "Oh,
I didn't realize that. I remembered her in more.
well, they mention her. They mention her
Yeah.
name a lot."
That's probably why. It's like Dr. Pollard, right? Like they kind of mentioned her a bunch.
Yeah,
before
well,
we
she
saw
actually
her.
shows up on the
She
screen.
actually shows up, yeah. What's Ruben's face there?
I don't know.
What is that expression, Ruben? What are you trying to tell us?
What was that? Nothing.
You guys make it show while I get a refill. But I don't know what else there's to talk about.
Make it
Yeah,
show.
it might be that time. It might be that time to call it a night.
I wanted to try to do a script reading to celebrate like the way we used to do script reads, but you didn't like script reads, right, Fathery?
No, I liked them.
Oh, you liked 'em?
They're funnier to do when I'm drinking.
That's true. You've been drinking, no, right?
No, I'm not
But
going to
you will be
drink until Chicago.
We could do it live. That's what we'll do. We'll do like a.
I still haven't
pre-record-
lost all of my cruise weight. I gotta lose 3 more pounds to get down to where I was before I went on the cruise.
You look great, by the way. You look very fit and flash at the cruise.
well. I need to lose like another like 20 or 30 pounds.
I also need to lose 30 pounds, but I'm just not doing anything about it. But anyways, I'll be back, and then we'll come back and say goodbye. Unless you guys come
Okay.
up with something to talk
How
about.
about we plug our stuff? You're muted, so we can't understand what you're saying.
Oh, it might take me a little bit longer because I have to give the cat some milk. But audience, if you have any ask us anything questions, feel free to ask us. All right, I'll be back.
Yeah, audience, and also, you should check out Starfleet Boy Tomorrow for the Empath, a very, and I love the original series. It's my second favorite Star Trek show. But
This
yeah,
is the third. This is the kind of third season episode that I think people talk about when they talk about how bad the
Yeah.
third season is.
it's an episode where nothing happens. They stand in a black warehouse for an hour and nothing happens, and then they leave.
That's 100% accurate description of the episode.
What
There's
episode
a
that you
woman
only
who
watched
doesn't
them on?
talk, and then 2 aliens show up for a little bit.
Who
And then
are
it's over.
experimenting on pain or something.
Yeah. Good times. Good times.
Now, Ruben, I have a question for you that's totally not related to Star Trek.
Okay.
What's your favorite Buffy episode ever? What's your favorite one?
I don't know. Let me give me a second because I never really think about those kinds of things.
Everyone
Okay.
always says the same 3 though.
No, but
It's either Hush, The Body, or Once More with Feeling.
I mean, those are 3 great episodes for sure.
Yeah, it's hard to argue with any of them.
I
Yeah,
actually,
I mean,
yeah, I actually made a list of my top 15 favorite Buffy episodes. From all, I made a list of all my. I took all the seasons and I picked 15 episodes from the first 4 seasons that I really enjoyed.
I love I love episodes like I think the episode's called Zeppo, the Great Zeppo.
That's a
Yeah,
good one.
that's-
That's a damn good
You
one.
know, where Xander saves the world and nobody knows it. I love that.
Yeah.
I want
even
them
though
to do a
find
Star
Xander-
Trek version of that. I've always thought about what if you have your engineer down in engineering, and you know how the captain is always I don't care if it takes 8 hours to fix. I need you to fix it in 20 minutes. And then okay, well, what's that engineer actually having to go through to do all that? And then what if there's just crazy shit happening in engineering, and they're having to go outside the hull of the ship to repair something, and the bridge is dealing with all this crazy shit. There's temporal anomalies, fucking wormholes opening, the ship is just going outside the galaxy and back into the galaxy, and just crazy. And the engineer is dealing with his own problems, and you're following the engineer, and you don't even know what the fuck the bridge is putting the ship through. I thought that would be an interesting story.
Yeah,
to tell.
I think it would be cool to have like the engineering starts having some sort of issue that the sensors can't detect, and it cuts off communication between engineering and the bridge.
That's
But
cool.
as far as the bridge is concerned, nothing is happening. It's just just some weird communication issue. They'll fix it, but the engineer is actually scrambling to save the ship because this issue is going to destroy the entire ship.
Yeah, and then like at the end, like the captain like doesn't even know and doesn't even like appreciate like anything that like they had to go through to pull all that shit off.
No,
But Buffy has a lot of great episodes.
yeah, my favorite Buffy episode ever is oh my god, what's the name of the episode where they graduate from high school and Buffy runs to the high school as the mirrors fall on her and they blow up the high school. What is
Oh
that
yeah,
episode
that's
called?
the end of season
It's
3. That's
Graduation Day Part 2, I think.
Yes, graduation
Yeah,
day
that's
part
the
2.
end of
Thank you.
season 3.
That is my favorite episode of Buffy ever. I just love that episode so much. Also, I love Earshot. Earshot is an episode that doesn't get too much love, I think.
That was a dark one. They like
Yeah.
they didn't air it. Like they delayed it till like the summer.
Mhm. Mhm.
I remember that. Like it was
Um,
because it was
I
like
love
right
episodes
after
that,
Columbine.
Right.
Yeah.
yeah, I love episodes that cover Spike's past.
Yeah, I love
He's a
Spike.
great- he's a great
William the
character.
Bloody. And James
Also-
Marsters was fantastic. I've always wanted James Marsters to do something in Star Trek.
That'll be
Like
really
he'd make like
cool.
a good alien or something. Like give him something like you put prosthetics on him and just let him like really like change into this character.
Also, I like
Or
the
a good
episode-
recurring captain who's like not an antagonist, but kind of like a friendly competitor with the, let's say it's what's his face, Pike, this new Pike,
Right.
he's just like a captain that shows up every once in a while,
Yeah, I can
like
see
a
that.
Jellicoe, like where he's not
Yeah.
evil, he's just a different type of.
A Happy Jellicoe? Interesting. No, and the last thing I want to say about Buffy for a second, I didn't mean to turn this into Buffy talk, but I really love the episode where the finale for season 5, where Buffy sacrifices herself for Dawn, and she dies. I can't remember what. Those are my top 2 favorite episodes. Graduation Part 2.
That was The Gift, I think.
The
Yeah.
Gift. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, where Buffy finally gets to die.
Yeah,
See, I know
yeah.
more than
real.
just Star Trek episode titles. I know Buffy episode titles.
Well, good for you. I didn't know that. See, I learn something new about you every day. Yeah, I love Buffy. So like, Buffy was the first show that I watched on TV religiously. So, and Buffy is it's my 3rd favorite show of all time. So it's very special to me, obviously.
I've been meaning to watch Buffy. Joel,
You've never
what up?
watched Buffy? Oh my god. You
Yeah.
need to figure
Only like bits and pieces. Hey, I'm off work finally and here. Hi everyone. Hey Joel. Hey, do you have any we're kind of signing out soon. If you have any last minute nerd questions for us, pop culture, Star Trek Picard, we know how to explain everything. We're experts, all of us, on Star Trek Picard except Ruben, who's not an expert, but he'll have an opinion for sure. So that'll be good. We all have opinions. Everyone has an asshole too, but that's haven't you guys heard opinions are like assholes? Everyone's got one.
Can we quote Harlan Ellison?
Yeah.
Speaking of Star Trek and time travel, he wrote the episode "City on the Edge of Forever," and he has a famous quote that I'm just gonna paraphrase, but he says, we have this idea that like everyone is entitled to an opinion. And that's bullshit. Everyone is entitled to an informed opinion. Like, if you don't know what the hell you're talking about, then your opinion means nothing. It's like a fart in the wind.
That's a good quote.
I like that. That's pretty good, Harlan Ellison.
Yeah. Well,
Good stuff. Good show. Good episode too, even though it wasn't what you originally wrote. When are they releasing the new Bus Punk song? I hope soon. I hope it's on the soundtrack.
yeah, they might put that on the soundtrack.
The original's not released anywhere, is it?
No, I don't think so.
It'd be cool if
Oh.
both versions were on the soundtrack. Finally, after all these millions
Oh,
of
can we
years.
talk about really quick
Yeah.
the The trailer that Paramount Plus released for the 4K director's cut of
Oh, we didn't even talk
Star
about
Trek-
that shit. That's right. And it's gonna come out in the theaters too.
what? No way.
Yeah.
Yes.
No way.
Yes.
It comes out on Paramount Plus April 5th.
First contact day. I'm gonna have my fucking salmon and watch that shit.
They're
It's gonna be
doing
awesome.
Phantom events on April. I'm sorry, on Sunday, May 22nd and Wednesday, May 25th. I
Oh,
think
hell yeah, I'm going.
in the theater, and then it'll be released on physical media in September. I don't think they've given it a specific date, but yeah, in September it'll be on 4K.
Oh my
Blu-ray.
god, I'm going. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
The trailer is back up, and you know what? The trailer actually has me like kind of concerned. I think that
Why?
I didn't like the footage in it. It looks way too clean. Like they
Really?
like they dialed up the digital noise reduction to get rid of all the film grain. So I wish it still had like the 70s grain to it. I think though that might have just been a necessary thing to do to make the new 4K CGI shots match up with the rest of the movie. One thing I really respect about the 2001 director's cut on DVD is they did a pretty impressive job making all of the new effect shots match the original movie. So maybe that's why they had to do that. But yeah, I was disappointed when I saw that in the trailer.
Really, I didn't sense that. It still looked very filmic to me, but I'll have to go back and look.
I was very, very pleased from what I saw in the trailer. It looked amazing. Like for me, my favorite version of the motion picture has always been the director's cut version. So I'm very happy.
I'm a
that-
million times happy with the original version. I did enjoy the director's cut and the new effects, but I have no problems with the way the original film is. I think I would like a cleaned up version of that. Like that
Well,
would be awesome, you know?
The theatrical cut,
Yeah, the theatrical
that's
cut,
on
yeah.
4K. Like I have
Yeah,
that.
it's on
Like, you can
4K.
buy
Oh,
that
you already
now.
have it's already available on 4K? Oh shit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go
It
out
came
and buy
out in
that.
that
yeah.
box set of the first 4 movies.
Oh, then I
this is
have
why they
it.
don't.
I have
This
it.
is why they won't remaster shit, because like they remaster it and then like no one buys it.
Buys it, yeah.
Yeah, if you want more, they're not going to do it out of the kindness of their hearts. They're going to do it if it's profitable. So if you want more Star Trek remastered, then buy that fucking disc when it comes out.
I'm gonna
in
buy that
September.
fucking disc.
And
I swear.
buy the 4 movie box set that's out now that has the first 4 movies.
I have that.
Oh, well, you can watch it now then.
I didn't realize it was already. I mean, it looks good. I always thought the film Star Trek: The Motion Picture looks great to me. Always, like every cut I've ever seen.
You didn't realize the 4K disc had a 4K movie on it?
It just doesn't like. I don't know. It like already. It's always looked 4K.
It
to
looks
me. I don't
great.
know.
It does
It
look
looks
great.
great. I don't know. I just didn't realize. I didn't think that. I didn't even think. I don't know what I was thinking. I'm drunk. I'm drinking. It's like that's what I'm drinking.
Well, the reason why it was a more complicated process to do it with the director's cut is because they added a lot of digital shots when they did the
Right.
director's cut in 2001. So all of that stuff had to be re-rendered in a higher resolution.
Yeah.
So
to
that,
match-
and
to
they
match it.
did like they cleaned up a few other things that like I guess they weren't able to get to in 2001. I'm not a fan of tweaking your movies after they've come out like that.
I used, by the way, I used George Lucas as a verb tonight. I said someone was pointing out that like maybe Discovery was like too quick to name Elon Musk in one of its episodes, and I wrote, I bet if they could, they would George Lucas that shit.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing about Star Trek that one of the long list of reasons why I consider Star Trek the superior of the two, but in the Star Trek franchise, we don't erase history. If you want to see the original series unaltered with the original special effects, they
can.
are available on every single Blu-ray release that's
Yeah.
ever been released of the original series. If you want to see the theatrical cut of the motion picture, you can. Like that'll still be streaming on Paramount Plus, I'm sure, even after the director's cut comes out. So whereas Star Wars tries to destroy history and rewrite it, and Star Trek doesn't do that.
doesn't.
And I'll also give Bob Wise a pass on the motion picture getting a second crack at his original vision, and that is simply because he wasn't allowed to finish editing the movie. They had that original print. They're like, okay, like the movie has to be under, I think it was like 2 hours and 10 or however long it had to be. And I was like, okay, here's like a cut of the movie that's like under that link. And then he was gonna go in and like trim things down and maybe like move some scenes around. And he didn't have time to do that. And they wouldn't let him. They wouldn't let him take the time to do that. So, but I mean, that's also like part of like making movies, you know, in the Hollywood system and the studio system, like the part like coming in like on schedule and having to you know get in under the finish line under the gun. You know, that's kind of part of the game, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll give him a pass. You know, just have both options available, and I'll even agree, it is a more enjoyable version of that movie.
Marcelo,
No, but
I don't know if we
here's
still
a-
have a component, but on Starfleet Boy Actual, we have an ASMR audience, and that's why a lot of times we like leave the mic on when we're doing things like. And I rarely experience that ASMR feeling, but you're chewing the
Sorry.
popcorn gave me so much ASMR
Sorry,
vibes.
I
So,
didn't mean to
no,
do that,
I love
sorry.
it. Actually, it was like giving me such good body sensations. So I
His
feel like our
OnlyFans is off the chain right now.
it's true. So I feel like our ASMR audience will be very pleased with that. That's very.
I'm
cool.
immune to that, by the way. I don't experience.
You don't experience it.
ASMR.
I experience it not as much. Like I don't experience it for everything, but there's some things like that definitely trigger it, and I'm like,
Sorry.
whoo! I'm like having like a orgasm here.
Yeah,
from-
I've never
Sorry.
orgasmed from a sound.
it's like crazy. You don't have to apologize. It's good, but that's okay. That's how good your new mic is. It's really nice.
Yeah, right. Very nice. Yeah, I love
If anything, he has to send you like $10.
Yeah, I
on
might have to
PayPal.
send you $10 on PayPal. But yeah, it's super cool. The Marcelo ASMR channel. Marcelo, you should consider it. Just see popcorn on your channel. Do things like weird things. But yeah, I'm so excited about Star Trek: The Motion Picture. And then the next day, I fly out to Chicago, which is
I just
really
wanna-
cool.
I just want to point out that when
You
we
fly
were
out on
doing
the 6th
Yeah.
when we were doing our
on Wednesday.
Oh no, sorry. 2 days later, I fly out to Chicago on Thursday. I'm arriving on
Okay.
Thursday. What were you gonna say,
What?
Marcelo?
when we were doing our space conversation the other night, I was watching motion picture in the background. I just didn't tell anybody. I was watching Star Trek's motion picture on 4K in the background while we were doing our space episode.
I never want to hear you saying any sort of thing about people disrespecting me because you disrespect me every day, Marcelo.
I
As
make a
far-
living out of it.
You make a living out of disrespecting Jean-Luc Picard.
Yeah, I do. That I
Sorry.
do.
No, we had a fun time on that space. We have a cool couple people that come on the stage, so to speak, and talk.
Yeah,
Ed,
it was cool. I mean, Ed seems to like it. I think he's gonna come back next for this week's one.
My
right?
pal Manny, who I grew up with, who's known me since kindergarten,
Oh,
came on.
he actually started following me on Twitter. Did you see
Oh,
that?
right on. That's cool. I don't know. I can't tell when people follow you. It doesn't tell me. It doesn't tell me. But that's cool. I'm glad. Manny's cool. Ruben knows Manny too. I've known Ruben since the 3rd grade.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah, right. But yeah, Spaces is cool. I hope more folks will come to that. That's fun. What I like about Spaces is that like you can invite someone on stage to talk and share their thoughts and opinions and stuff like that. But it's very recent, and I didn't get to watch Star Trek Picard more than once before this recent space. So I missed a lot, but it was cool. It was still a fun conversation.
Right. So you guys want to take it home, or you want to?
Yeah, I think Father, you're gonna promote some stuff.
Absolutely. Everyone can come check out the Text Trek podcast.
Which, by the way, was a great fucking discussion tonight. I do engineering on your show now, and it's a lot of fun. But now I'm like, oh man, sometimes I'm like, I want to chat in the audience because it's like there's so much fun. The engineer has the best spot on your show as far
The
as I'm
best seat in
concerned.
the house.
Yeah, I feel like because I see what the audience is doing and I see what y'all are doing, and it's a lot of fun. It's good. But yeah, it was a great discussion. Go check out Text Trek, guys.
Well, we certainly appreciate your help over there, but yeah, we are available to watch live every Friday night at 7 p.m. Central, or you can listen to us wherever you get your podcast. We're talking about each and every new episode of Star Trek, so we're working our way through Picard Season 1. Before long, we'll be talking about Strange New Worlds, and then we're going to have Lower Decks and Prodigy later in the year. And when there's no new Star Trek, we're going to be talking about old Star Trek. There's going to be some Deep Space Nine talk again at some point. Also, you can see me on Starfleet Boy tomorrow on Saturdays when we do the TOS discussions.
Right on. And Joel says, I will watch Text Trek right after this. Good choice.
Well, thank you, Joel. I hope you enjoy.
Blue says, Text
Leave a
Trek.
comment and let us know what you think.
Oh, yeah.
Joel,
And
we're
subscribe.
also asking people, what did you think of the first 4 episodes of Picard so far? So you should give us a comment on it.
And did you do your poll? Did you end up doing your poll? Did you end up doing 2 polls this week or one poll?
I did one poll about who do people think is the Watcher, and my followers were wrong.
How come Twitter doesn't show me that shit? That's weird. I looked for your poll and I didn't see it. That's weird. Okay. Text Trek and Starfleet Boy are the best discussions for Star Trek. Seriously. Thank you. Although Text Trek was my first, so always be my favorite.
That's not a competition.
We're one happy fleet. We're one happy fleet, Blue. Yeah.
We have different formats, different shows.
I think of us as like sister channels or like sister ships, like because you have to keep it feminine.
I think of Text Trek as the best channel, and then Starfleet Boy as maybe fourth.
Fourth. Well, I have to say, if I were to rank myself, I'd be all the way at the bottom because Jesse Gender's awesome. You have like Kurtratz. You have, I think.
Where is he, by the way?
What do you mean? He does this show every
the Unready Room.
Unready Room, yeah.
But he came back already.
He's been
Yeah, he did like all of Discovery and Picard so far, and he was doing Lower Decks and Prodigy.
All right, okay.
You got Trek on the Tube. You got Earl Grey Trekkie. Who else talks about Star Trek? You got the Trek Sphere folks like Orange River.
Me.
You got Marcelo.
Sorry,
Truck Yards.
You got Marcelo on which channel? You're on Balloonhead Productions. You can go see Star Trek.
Come on, guys! I'm a part of TQIF now. You got to get it right.
Marcelo, I was gonna give you a chance to promote your own
God.
stuff. I'm talking about people who are not here right now.
Okay, fine.
You're on the freaking
Go
stream.
ahead.
You get a chance
Go
to
ahead.
promote your own stuff. That's why I didn't mention you. Come on.
Go ahead.
Damn, Marcelo.
Sorry.
You're making me feel guilty here. Jeez.
Trek
You're here.
Central.
Trek Central. Which I can't say it yet. Okay, never mind. Anyways, but anyways, check out lots of cool folks. You got who am I missing? There's some Trek on the Tube, for crying in the night. You got Trek on the Tube, although he's kind of disconnected from Star Trek at the moment. But you could go check out Absolute Bullshit True Greatness.
Yeah, he seems to make more content over there than he does on the Trek on the Tube channel.
Yeah, I don't know. He's not like vibing on the Trek right now. He even I like don't go look at his Twitter. Anyways, just don't go. Just don't do it. He's Ruben's the Emperor. I have to be Luke. I have to be Luke against Ruben's Emperor. Defeat the no.
I never tweet about Star Trek.
Yeah, right. You do tweet sometimes, no?
No.
Very rarely.
Oh wow, okay. So yeah, you're like also in that camp. But maybe you'll be tweeting about Obi-Wan. But we also have damn. I already mentioned Earl Grey. Oh, Geek and Review does Star Trek stuff. Gosh, there's so much content. But don't listen to anything else. Just Text Trek and Starfleet Boy is fine. You don't really need anything else. And Marcelo. You can go to Marcelo's channel too. But yeah, Text Trek and Starfleet Boy is all you need, really, to be honest.
There's also this great Star Trek channel called Sci-Fi Fanatics.
What's that? I haven't heard of that one. Oh wait, can I also point out? Sorry, there's not YouTube's, but there's some awesome podcasts. Black Alert, amazing podcast. I Quit Star Trek. I don't know if you guys have heard I Quit Star Trek. Have you guys ever heard that? Amazing Star Trek podcasts. And then also The Janeway, which is probably my favorite. It's the horniest Star Trek podcast.
Weren't you on that show? I
was on that show, and it got really horny. I love that show. The Janeway podcast is the best. I wish I had thought of it. I thought of Captain Mary Janeway, which was a high Star Trek podcast about Voyager, but the Janeway is just way better. Like, it's a great concept, so go check that out. Anyways, carry on, Marcelo.
So, I recently joined this merry band of idiots called, it's just a Friday night thing called TQIF, where we like have a 3 hour block of nothing but Star Trek content and nerdy content. And I basically kick off our Friday night discussions. And I am making my way through the original series. So this Friday, I covered the unaired pilot of Star Trek entitled The Cage. So next Friday I'll be covering the first official episode of Star Trek ever called The Man Trap. So I'm excited about that. But I'm so happy to be part of the TQIF family for real this time. Yes, the lineup. And if you guys want to see my opinions on the original series episodes as I go along, you can come and watch my live premiere, my videos premiere live on YouTube every Friday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, just before this guy goes on the air, Text Trek. So yeah, it's great stuff.
Awesome. And look, Marcelo, fun will now commence. Saw your video and says Marcel's review of The Cage was great. I look
Thank
forward
you.
to his
Thank you,
reviews of the
guys.
TOS episodes.
Thank you.
By the way, Marcel, I don't know how you want to do it, but just an open here public invitation. We're almost finished with season 3. If you ever want to hop on our TOS discussions and just want to skip ahead a little bit and hop on our discussions, you're also welcome on there.
Yeah, he's been on some of them.
Yeah, I know.
I know.
I've been there.
But he came in as a pinch hitter.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, no,
Before-
but I often do that.
Yeah, you're a great pinch hitter.
yeah,
Actually.
but seriously, who's the most reliable person in our crew? Me, because I always come when you guys.
Wow,
call.
he didn't even let me answer. He's just
No,
like,
I do.
he's just. I was like, he was like, who's the most reliable person? It's me, you guys. Wow,
Wow,
Marcelo's
bro.
a little loopy
Wow.
right now. Yeah, I mean, Ruben's been on every episode of. Since he started doing it, he's been on every episode of RTOS discussions. Father's been on pretty much every episode of RTOS discussions. I mean, you're reliable for different things, you know.
Yes, but I've been on every episode of Space. You can't take that away from me.
No, I would never take that away from you. No, you're a great co-host, Marcelo. It's like not a.
That's
There's
all
not
right,
a
I'm kidding.
competition though.
I'm
There's
kidding.
no-
I'm kidding. It's fine. It's fine.
But if you want to believe you're the most reliable person, like, you know, go on and believe that. That's fine.
All right, so I will believe that. Let's go with that.
If that's how you want to be known, I'm okay
Let's
with
go
it.
with
It's fine. It's cool.
Let's go with that. Let's go with that.
I think one thing I learned about reliability, it's also about telling people exactly what your status is. So if you're going to be late, you got to try as best you can to give as much notice about that kind of stuff. Or if you can't make it, no attack on certain channels. No, I'm just kidding. But but anyways, Ruben, what's going on in your universe that you want to share with the audience? We still have 6 people in the audience. You sure you guys don't have any questions for us? Anyways, carry on.
I didn't post any new articles this week, but there's some coming next week. But you can just follow me on Twitter at rmartian. You'll find out all the stuff that I do. And yeah.
Excellent. You can go to Room.org and also Pop Axiom. What's your latest article that came out?
My last interview was, let me look it up because I don't remember actually.
I love that. Blue asks, I want to know what a space is. I'll tell you in just a second.
My last interview was with producer Damon Hillen, who did The Long Night and several other horror movies. I also have an interview with P. Eric Carlson, who is the production designer on the ABC series Queens. But his first movie ever was Memento.
Really?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Joel says, did you guys talk about carpet? No, we settled that debate. Tonight we were talking about time travel. So we settled that debate too, which is great. We're such good debate settlers on Starfleet Way After Dark. I feel like that's something we do pretty well. So yeah, go back and listen to our time travel debate. We can, I gotta promote my stuff. So you can check out Starfleet Boy Actual. Just Google Starfleet Boy and you'll see everything Starfleet Boy related. But we have Thursday nights at 9 p.m. We moved it up an hour from 10 p.m. And that's a space. So what Twitter Spaces is, Blue is it's like if you get heard of, what was it called, Clubhouse? Did you guys hear about Clubhouse? Do you guys know about that?
Yeah,
Was it
no,
called
Yeah, I'm
Clubhouse?
on
Yeah.
Clubhouse.
Yeah.
No. Clubhouse still exists.
So it's like that. Twitter just basically like is using that format.
Stole
So
it.
you have these rooms, or spaces they're called in this case, I guess. And it's just like having a conference call. It's like a Zoom call or something like that, except you don't have to be on stage. You don't have to talk, but if you want to, you can. We found though that you can only use the talking feature if you're on mobile. So if you're listening on your computer, you can't participate in the discussion, but you can only talk if you're on your mobile phone. So maybe Twitter's gonna change that at some point. But but Clubhouse is like that too. So it's interesting. We're experimenting with it. We're seeing how it goes. It is fun. I like to talk about Star Trek when it just comes out. I love those hot takes. So it's a way to kind of express that aspect. Then Friday nights we have TQIF, as everyone already mentioned. You have the most thorough and, what was it, quick and deep, right? Was it quick and deep or fast and deep? What was it like?
Oh,
What was the catchphrase?
Yeah, I don't know if it's quick. It's like an hour and a half show.
No, but what was the catchphrase? Deep and something. It was something.
Was it
fun.
deep and hard? Maybe.
Deep.
throbbing
I mean,
and
that
wet.
sounds great. So yeah, it's the deepest and hardest discussion of Star Trek. That's the soonest, I feel like. So if you want to have a great time,
deep and quick. I think.
yeah, it was like quick. Anyways, that's Text Trek. We have Marcel.
we're the only show that is out the day after the episode's
Yeah, you
release
are, right?
with screenshots of the entire episode
And a discussion, not just
that,
like a review. Yeah.
that goes beat by beat, that covers all the continuity connections, that covers all the Easter eggs, but also talks about not just the techie nerdy stuff, but also the story, and then we share our opinions on it.
Absolutely. It's great fun. And tonight's episode was a good one. Go check it out. I was really enjoying it. I was fanboying. And then Marcelo's joined the TQIF lineup, as he already stated. So you guys can
Yes.
check out his reviews on Balloonhead Productions. Just follow Marcelo on Twitter, and you can get all the scoop on that.
Yep. That's
Wham bang, thank you, Text Track.
Bam, bam, thank you.
Joel says, I couldn't get the audio to work on my desktop for Spaces. I could see the transcription only. Oh, weird. That's really weird. That's interesting. You read our space. Joel, try to join from your mobile phone next time. That would be cool. Then on Saturdays, on Starfleet Boy, we do a TOS discussion. I can't believe we're almost finished with TOS. It's kind of making me sad. But tomorrow we're doing the episode The Empath, and I heard what y'all were saying, so I have a little preview for tomorrow. I feel differently. I have a different opinion, but I'm not going to share it. So go check us out tomorrow if you want to hear my opinion. I have a feeling our sub commander will be aligned with me, but we'll see. And then we have Ian from Trek Cat, who's also a Trek channel, but he focuses on building Lego and blocks, basically bricks and blocks versions of Star Trek, which is pretty cool. So check that. But it's not Trek Cat anymore. It's now Dadmiral_UK, if I'm not mistaken. He had to rebrand. So go check him out. And then also on Sundays, I do a Star Trek Picard discussion. It's a casual, informal discussion. But I'm trying a new format where I write like short essays with my opinions and my thoughts that are sprinkled throughout. And I'm incorporating a little bit of the Text Trek magic with a few choice screenshots, because I think you're the only one I know, Father, who does like screenshots along with the discussion also, which is fun. I love the visual part of your presentation as well. So
I'm glad someone enjoys it, because it's a lot of hard work to get that ready in time.
I don't think anyone would hate you if
There's a reason why no one else does it.
I don't think anyone would hate you if you just like did like only 50 instead of how many on average. But I like it. I actually love that it looks like you're watching the it's
typically
great.
like 150
yeah, it's a lot,
or
but
138.
it does
I think
look
today
great.
was 138.
Yeah, it does look great. I don't think you should change it, but it is a lot of work. But I don't think anyone would hate you if you pared down.
But
to,
I mean, no,
essentials.
like the whole point of the show is that you can listen to the podcast or you can watch it. If you do watch it, though, you get the addition of the visuals.
That's the other thing is you guys
I will unsubscribe if you stop.
stop doing 150. If he does under
I'm gonna
130,
start counting from now on.
like from now on.
But
Drop him to 120. I'm out.
you also have, if you're listening, you have we have like a little bit higher processed audio that is gonna be
Yeah.
trimmed down and cleaned up. Like I say, like a whole bunch, and I also do
No.
like a lot of and
Yeah,
and then
I'm
I
gonna-
can go
I'm gonna
and
take that out.
and clean all that up, so it sounds a lot better on the podcast.
Oh my gosh, do you want me to do an interpretive dance for Picard? Can someone hum the Picard theme here? Da, 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 da. That's like the empath. Hold
All
on.
right. I'm sorry, I fell
Da,
asleep. What
da, 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 da,
If
da,
I had
da.
that phaser that Rafi used on that car
I would
window,
shoot you.
I would blast my brains out right now.
Da, 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 da. Look, I'm
Oh
the
my
little piece
God.
of glass falling. I'm a falling piece of glass.
Oh, okay. Well, there goes my drums. I'll send you the bill, Starfleet boy.
All right, everyone. Live long and prosper.
right.
And we'll see you
Bye,
next time.
guys.
Thank you, everyone.